Maybe that's why my computer crashed last time. Alright, it's good now. So, you said you were playing the sequel. Is it good so far?
Yeah.
Case of the Golden Idol?
To be honest, I barely started, and granted, I am on the fourth case, which is arguably where it starts, which is arguably where the original Case of the Golden Idol starts to pick up. It's definitely one of the more memorable. I mean, granted, the third one is also very memorable just in what happens. I won't give anything away in case you decide to play it, because I do recommend it highly. I'm honestly not sure what to expect, but it's definitely clear that like strange things are happening, and I'm wondering just when that idol's going to show its face again.
Hmm.
It has been 300 years. Until we do though, we've got a paper Perjury to enjoy, which I'm
Yes.
glad to get back on. We left the third case. I think we're riding pretty high on the third case, and I don't know if like some people will think that we were like praising it too much, but honestly, like I don't think so. Like I was just enjoying the ride.
Yeah, same here. I was loving it. The character moments really good. I liked the quote-unquote culprit. Any card was very interesting.
Yeah. And it's definitely like given us a lot of parallels to talk about it. It's definitely very fortunate that this was the case we continued on after our long hiatus.
Yeah, and I think I'm gonna start releasing this again soon. Like maybe even this week.
That's good because at time of recording, the series has only released 2 episodes.
Yeah. I gotta get back on editing this.
Time for Case 4, also known as Glass Bullet.
Very interested to see where this goes. Okay.
This is Detective Ernest Hunt's office. I'm away from the office. Please leave a message.
Hello, my daughter gave me your number. I would like to report a murder. Okay, well, it looks like we've got a murder introduced into the game.
Oh yeah, that's actually it just occurred to me that's the first time a murder has happened.
Yeah.
Because the first case was just a robbery and an assault, and then the second one was attempted murder. So they were definitely upping the stakes.
I'm so tired. I stayed up way too late last night. So did I.
You and me both, Justina.
Oh, how I'd love a job where I didn't have to be up so early. It's been about a week since I last got to play detective. In the end, we had a lot of trouble building a solid case against Anton. Detective Hunt refused to give up, though, and he's devoted himself to investigating everything he can about the man. I've barely even seen him over the last week, but for all his efforts, he got Anton Chambers to come in for questioning today. As for me, things have been pretty much returned to normal. I can expect another long, boring day of paperwork. Good morning, Miss Earl. I'm ready for work.
Justina, what are you doing here?
Should I not be here? Don't tell me I got fired already.
You're supposed to be at the crime scene right now. Did Ernest not call you?
Crime scene? What crime scene? What's going on?
Oh, Ernest. You see, there's been an incident. You remember Anton Chambers, right?
Is he dead? Of course I do. Detective Hunt has been investigating him. Why? Oh!
Mr. Chambers was murdered last night. He was found dead this morning.
That's, what? I mean, I know he wasn't the nicest guy or anything, but murdered?
We just got the call this morning. He was found in an alleyway outside of Nicholas Diamonds Antiques in the Sunrise District.
Hang on, that's my dad's store.
Seems like you're starting to understand. You'd better hurry, Justina. I'm afraid your dad is one of the suspects in this case.
Oh gods, no, no, no! I've got to hurry.
Okay, I gotta admit, like,
Yeah?
at first I was thinking, like, is that meant to be your parents' store? And, like, I didn't even think we were gonna meet the parents, personally.
Yeah. Dad, where are you?
Justina?
Dad, are you okay?
Never mind that, what are you doing here?
This is my dad, Ash Smith, owner of Nickel and Diamonds Antiques. He's a professional glassblower, and this quaint store is his pride and joy. He's been running it ever since I was a kid. He's a little eccentric, and maybe a bit clumsy, but he's totally harmless. He won't even so much as kill a fly. To think there'd be a murder here of all places, and that my dad would be wrapped up in all of it. Gods, please tell me this is all just a bad dream.
Ah, Justy, you finally showed up. How old is Justina again? A bit of an airhead, but he's my airhead.
And he's also a suspect. I don't know how old Justina is, but I would guess she's around the same age as Sophie.
Yeah, I thought so too, but I think her ID says how old she is. Yeah, 22.
22. Sophie, what happened here? Please don't tell me you actually consider my dad a suspect.
Whoa, slow down, Justy. Let's take this one step at a time. We've just begun our investigation, so I can't really say anything for certain right now. Don't go worrying about me, Justina. This detective's been treating me fairly. Oh, but all those police running around, on the other hand, they've already knocked over one of my plants.
Dad, I really think we have bigger things to worry about right now. Sophie, let me join you for this investigation, please. I'll help you find evidence that proves my dad's innocence.
I wouldn't have it any other way, partner. Let me just give you the rundown of what we know so far. Our victim is Anton Chambers, the president of Eubank Investments. He was found dead this morning in an alleyway behind Nickel and Diamonds Antiques. He'd been here last night for a business meeting, and that was the last time he was seen alive. Our preliminary findings indicate that he died last night and that his body had been left in the alleyway until its discovery. He was shot twice, once in his right abdominal region and once in the chest. There's also 2 puncture wounds found on his chest. We believe the shot to the chest was the cause of death. Finally, his wallet was missing from his body, leading us to suspect that this may have been a robbery. Okay.
What about the murder weapon? Were you able to find it?
Not yet. The culprit must have taken it with them. We only have our preliminary findings right now, so we don't even know what model of gun it was. We just sent his body to the coroner, so we can expect a more detailed autopsy report then. They'll be able to run tests on the bullets.
That's okay. Spare me the details, please.
Can we look at the history to see what she actually said?
Yeah. Oh, wait. Hold on.
After they remove them from... Well, you can learn more about it when you read the report. Look at you, Justina. I finally get to see your police work in action. Or should I say, Officer Smith.
I keep telling you, Dad, I'm not a cop. I just help out in the investigations and solve all the cases, which admittedly is pretty strange. Moving along, could you tell me about what happened?
Sure can. Let me start from the beginning. Last night, Luna Hart, the owner of this building, held a meeting here to decide who would be buying the property. You know me, I'm no good at all that stuff, so I finished clearing up the store and left. I gave my keys to Luna so she could lock up the store afterwards. When we opened the store this morning, I hadn't noticed anything unusual. But when I went into the alleyway to throw away some trash, that's when I saw the body. I got closer and I saw Anton, who was face up in the middle of the alleyway. I knew it was him because I saw him come into the store last night. Well, I called the police right after that, and you know the rest. Uh,
When I gave you Detective Hunt's number, I didn't expect you to use it so soon.
you told me that you trusted him, so I thought it was best to reach him. But to my surprise, Sophie here was the one who showed up. That's because Red works in robberies. I'm the homicide detective. But back on topic, you mentioned Mr. Chambers by name. Do you know him? I've known him for years, or at least known of him. We only spoke directly for the first time last night. And why is that? Anton was looking to buy back the store. He and another fellow came here last night to try and buy the store from Luna. The meeting had ended at around 7 p.m., but I left shortly afterwards. I worry that something must have happened to him right after he left. We can't rule that out yet. We still have some investigating to do. But for now, you were the last to see him before he died.
Is Detective Hunt around? Sue told me he tried to call me.
I think this is best discussed elsewhere. There's a park nearby. Let's head there once we're done here.
Alright, that's ominous. Did she not want to say anything with my dad here?
Okay, partner, let's get started.
These two's chemistry is so good.
Yeah. And I think it makes sense, because they are closer in age than Ernest and Justina.
Yeah, Detective Hunt feels like that cool uncle that's also kind of a loser.
What's with all the plants? I thought the store sold glassware and antiques.
A glass bullet?
It's like a jungle in here. Also, good one.
Blame my dad. Ever since he got on his plant kick, he's put them everywhere he can.
Oh, but the plants really liven up the place, don't you think?
All they do is take up shelf space that we could be putting product on.
But what's the point of all that product if nobody wants to spend any time here?
That doesn't change the fact that this is a store, not a botanical garden.
Well, I suppose it doesn't matter now. We'll have to relocate all these plants soon. What a shame. I think they really like it here.
They're plants, Dad. Plants don't have feelings.
Charlie does. They sure do have feelings. Plants are living beings, just like you and me. You know, Justy, while plants do lack a brain, it's possible that they might be more intelligent than we give them credit for.
Where'd you read that? Your little encyclopedia right there? I think we have... I think we have bigger things to worry about right now than plant psychology. They don't even have psychology, I don't have brains.
I've never seen a camera like that.
You know, hope there's not a secret machine gun attached to it or anything.
It's the best on the market. So she has all the recordings from last night.
Well, yeah, but this is the only camera we've got. We could only afford one. So I doubt it can tell us about the murder.
Still, it can't hurt to keep it in mind.
A rabbit?
Wow, these animals are so pretty. I love these little rabbits especially. Say, I'm glad you noticed that, Detective. Do you want to know how you make a glass rabbit hole?
Dad...
You just glue it back together. Ugh.
Dad, stop it! You're embarrassing me!
Sorry, I couldn't resist.
He's always like this. I swear, every time I come here, his puns get worse.
When you're a parent like me, you'll understand. What's this thing here? Some sort of metal detector? That was one of Soul's ideas. He said it wasn't some ordinary metal detector. It instead had some kind of fancy computer brain in it.
Like a Monokuma? Or... It's called AI, Dad.
Same difference. He said it scans for weapons that pass between it and it alerts us if it finds anything. It's supposed to store a log for the police to look at, too.
Are we sure that thing even works? I've never once heard it go off. It always felt to me like it was just there to look intimidating.
Well, I thought so too, but I do remember hearing it go off last night. Of course, that was probably from Anton. He had a gun with him, but Luna didn't seem to care. I'm thinking Anton might have been shot with his own gun.
That seems to make the most sense to me as well.
Do you know if we'd be able to take a look at those logs? Talk to Luna. I'm sure she could get it for you.
We'd better write this down for later.
With all the plants here, the glass animals have their own jungle.
It was my idea. If my dad wanted to start growing plants, he might as well make it a theme. This whole store would look so much better without all these plants covering the merchandise. I can see it. So clean. So easy to organize. If only my dad didn't have all these plants.
Justy! You alive in there?
No, huh? Sorry, I was just daydreaming of a better life.
You can daydream later. We have a case to solve.
You're right. That's a timeline I'll never see. Dad, why is your soil on the floor? That's a lawsuit waiting to happen if someone slips on it.
Give your old man the benefit of the doubt. I didn't do it.
You didn't? Then why is it here?
It was here when I got here. I was going to clean up. But with Anton's death, I haven't had time. It seems there's some clay shards here, too. Like one of the plants fell.
Then where did it come from? Where did it come from? Where did it go? Cotton Eye Joe?
Here.
Better take a note so I can clean it later. Alright, I think that about wraps up things here.
I guess next, we just talk to him. Oh, wow.
A lot of topics.
Say, Mr. Smith, what can you tell me about yourself? Oh, I'm nothing special, Miss Detective. I'm just a humble glassblower.
Pretty great one if you ask me. All the glassware here is made by him. It's the store's specialty.
I'm still wondering what the heck that, like, scepter he's got is for.
It's a glass blower, I think. It looks like it's hot to the touch.
I guess that makes sense. I take a lot of pride in my pieces, but I won't be selling them for much longer now. Huh? Why's that? Well, because the store's been sold, of course. But I also feel like it's time for me to hang my pipe up, so to speak. Besides, that just means I have more time to devote to all my lovely plants.
My dad's been absolutely obsessed with plants recently, ever since he started his own garden last spring. Now he's constantly trying to push them onto me.
I keep telling you, Justina, if you just started your own veggie garden, you'd save a lot of money on food.
And I keep telling you, Dad, I don't have room in my apartment. Besides, I just end up killing them all anyways.
Come on, Justy, it can't be that hard to keep a plant alive.
As if! Plants are very fickle creatures.
She's just upset over the time she killed a class plant in 2nd grade. She was so excited when the teacher put her in charge of it. The poor plant was dead within a week.
Hey, it was very traumatic, you know. It wasn't my fault either. How was I supposed to know you could give a plant too much water?
That was so long ago, though. I'm sure you could do a better job now.
I have enough plant blood on my hands in this lifetime. I'll pass. I wanted to ask more about the meeting last night. Can you tell me who was all there?
Well, I don't really recall. I didn't stay for the meeting. I remember seeing Anton, though. He had a real mean look to him. Like he was about to kill somebody. Do you have any idea why Anton might have been interested in buying this property? Well, aside from the fact that his company used to own it, no. Hang on, Eubank Investments used to own this building? Yep. When his dad bought it from them 10 years ago. 10 years ago, you say? It's around the time Eubank Investments was founded, wasn't it? Sure is. This whole area was how the company got their start. Back then, the Sunrise District was nothing like it is now. This used to be a quieter residential area. Eventually, though, the city decided the land was more valuable than the people were. That's where the Eubanks came in. They offered to transform the area into a commercial district in exchange for city funding.
Soulheart struck a deal with them to purchase this building. Thanks to that, my dad was finally able to open this store.
Unfortunately, not everyone here was so lucky. The new development meant higher prices. A few got bought out, but a fair number of people were forced out by the costs. The old Sunrise District only lives on in people's memories now.
Even more good world building.
Yeah. I had no idea there was so much history here.
It's still got a lot of charm to it. Once this case is done, I'll take you to see all the cool spots.
I'm curious as to why Luna owns this store and not yourself. Well, that's because she inherited it from her dad, Soulheart. Soul and I go way back. I was the one who told him I wanted to open my own glass store. Trouble is, I was never any good at all that business stuff. And, well, I can't say I ever had the money to buy property for myself. That's when Soul and I agreed to go into business together. He'd buy the property and handle all the operations. That way, all I had to do was make the glass. Of course, once Soul died, I was struggling to run the store all by myself, so I had to get a manager to help me. Unfortunately, she left last month. Why'd she leave?
I'll give you a hint. She started a new job at the local police precinct.
Justy, I had no idea you ran a store.
Well, the best I could at least.
Justina was ruthless. She'd fight tooth and nail during business meetings.
I guess that explains why she, took such an aggressive approach with, the ambitious guy, in the office.
Oh, Lowell?
Yeah, Lowell.
Yeah. She even scared away a couple suppliers.
They were trying to scam you! If it hadn't been for me, you'd have been paying triple the price for materials. People were constantly trying to swindle my dad. Customers tried to take advantage of him all the time.
That must have been where you learned your interrogation skills from. Sounds like you were pretty good at your job, though. Why'd you stop?
Well, it wasn't really for me. Not to mention, I was kind of doing it for free. Dad couldn't really afford to pay me for it. Dad's ready to retire, and once Luna decided she wanted to sell the building, there wasn't much point in me sticking around. Plus, I felt like it was time for me to move on. I wanted to find my own way in life.
You really love your family, huh?
Of course I do. I'd do anything for them. This place was my whole childhood. I couldn't just see it fall apart.
Well, I'm glad we have you at the precinct now. I like how well explained all that was.
Yeah. Very succinct. Speaking of family, Mom and John must be worried sick. I'll call them and let them know you're okay.
Don't worry, Justina. The detective let me call them this morning.
Why didn't you call me then?
Well, I knew you'd be here sooner than later. She told me you'd be coming. Well, I wasn't wrong. Still, I thought Red was going to call you. So, who's this Jean you've been keeping a secret from me?
She's no secret. I think it's Jean. She's just my younger sister.
I didn't know you had a sister. Why am I just not learning that? Those two don't really get along. When they were younger, Justina tried to throw Jean's favorite doll into the glass furnace.
Damn! My God.
They've been butting heads ever since. Justy.
I was just a kid. She's the one who's still holding the grudge.
You could at least show a bit of remorse. Haven't you ever? You can see what throwing stuff into fires does to people. Haven't you ever watched Game of Thrones? Sunrise Park. Hey, get out of here! Stop contaminating my crime scene! Shoo!
Looks like Detective Hunt is here. Chasing birds away.
Rebird.
Shut up.
Ah, there you two are. Welcome to my little domain. About all 25 square feet of it. Hey, Red. Justy finally joined us.
What's going on? Why did we have to come here to talk?
Since last week, I've been looking into Anton Chambers in preparation for interrogating him today. Oh crap, we're not going to get to do that. And I think I have something that might help you two, but you have to keep it to yourselves. That's why we can't tell anyone, not even your dad.
You're joking, right? My dad's completely trustworthy.
My gut's telling me it's fine, but it's Red's case, so I play by his rules.
If he wants to keep it a secret, I'll keep it to myself.
I know you'd understand. Right, let me catch you two up on what I learned. Anton Chambers had been using kind words to convince property owners to sell to Eubank Estates. I was able to get a list of code names of those whom he convinced to sell. While I was able to figure out most, there was a code name I couldn't figure out. Code name was Big Hen. It's related to Nickel and Diamonds Antiques. So far, I haven't found the connecting thread between the two.
Big Hen. That's gotta be an acronym. I don't know what it is, though.
Well, it is, yeah, because of the periods.
Where did you get the list of code names?
I know a guy.
Okay.
I wonder if he's the same guy who got him the hookup on that coat. Red here has a way of getting information. Maybe if you become a real detective, I'll teach you the tricks of the trade.
Between this and figuring out Hannah's bank account had the money, he certainly knows more than he lets on. Back to the case at hand, what the heck does BIGHEN mean?
Don't look at me. I gave blood, sweat, and tears to get this far. When I found out he was buying the store, I thought the two might be connected. Did he win the bid for the store? Come to think of it, I never did ask. If he did, then maybe it was code for Luna.
Luna does own the store, so maybe? Have you spoken to her yet?
I've not gotten a chance to speak with Luna yet. Let's go talk with her.
Right, you'll probably want me there for that anyways.
Huh? Why's that?
Luna's deaf, so you'll need me to interpret for her. Just talk normally and I'll translate. She carries a book with her, so she'll probably just write down her responses for you.
I've never met a deaf person before, but that sounds simple enough.
Before we do that, though, why is there crime tape around the tree?
Sophie, did you not tell her? Sorry, Red. Must have slipped my mind. Well, after I got the call, I wanted to check the park. It was across the street and would be the perfect escape route. That's when I found Anton's wallet and gun here. Looks like whoever killed him took them and dumped them here.
Huh? Why would anyone do that?
When a robber steals a wallet, they don't just grab the money. They just take the full wallet. Then when they're safe, like in this park, they take what they want and dump the rest. As for the gun, we haven't figured that out yet.
Was there anything left in his wallet?
Just a parking ticket for Eubank Investments. I wrote that. All his money was gone.
S-tier joke.
I mean, she did write a record number of tickets last month.
Yeah, I guess at least one of them had to be Anton's. Not much to go on, but I better update the evidence anyway. What about his gun?
Completely empty, but we know it's from its design. He was pretty famous for having it. I already sent it in for testing, so till then, we don't have much to share. Now you're caught up to speed on everything.
That was very efficient.
When you're ready, we can head back to the store. Alright. Let's see what I love this theme.
This tree has a hole in it. What happened?
There was a gang fight here a few weeks back, and someone pulled a gun. One shot ended up in this tree.
Is the bullet still inside the trunk?
Yep, it's too deep to retrieve it without cutting the whole thing down.
This poor tree. Scarred for life now. May you live a long and healthy life despite your wounds, Mr. Tree. That's hypocritical. You just said plants don't have feelings.
Yeah, I don't know if it's hypocritical, but like it's definitely a strange addition. That is interesting though.
I think she's. I think I did.
And also now I can't shake the feeling that somehow that's going to be important later.
It might be. But I also think she might have just been. I think I might have enunciated it wrong. I think she was being sarcastic.
Yeah.
So this is where the wallet and gun were found?
Pretty much. They weren't buried here, but we dug around to see if there was anything else.
surprised no one found these first.
If someone did and we had to go hunting for it, it would have wasted a lot of time just looking for it. Best not to question it and focus on solving this case.
Fair point. I won't look this gift horse in the mouth. Aha! The culprit might have left some more clues in this bush.
Dusty, I really don't think that...
Evidence, here I come! Oh! The only thing in the bush was just a bunch of thorns. Wow, it's a beautiful day out today. You can see the Junal Mountains really well from here.
Have you ever climbed them before?
No way, I don't have that kind of stamina. I'm more than content to simply watch them from afar.
You're really missing out, Justy. It's quite an experience. Where she's been before?
Huh.
When you're up there, the whole city seems so small in comparison.
I think that's actually what the title screen, what the title screen is, up on that mountain.
Oh, really? You
the
think
city.
that's like Sophie looking down on, like, from the mountains?
It's either Sophie or Justina. I think it's Justina.
I feel like it would
though,
probably be Justina, but I could easily see it being Sophie instead. So, though, that is an interesting choice. Plus, you'll never have a better view of the Azure Bay. I'll tell you what, after this case, I'll drive you out partway on Zephyr.
No, it's okay, really. I'll pass.
They're definitely going there later.
Justina will be going involuntarily. So, why are you out chasing pigeons in the park anyways?
I'll have you know I'm hard at work investigating it, but I've also got to protect my crime scene from avian-related intruders. Because the commander of the Seed Army's on standby. They could be walking on an important piece of evidence.
This park looks pretty empty to me. Don't you want to investigate the actual crime scene?
Red isn't good with death. That's why I was given homicide. I admit, it was too much pressure for me. Money and items can be replaced. A person cannot. So, I stick to robberies and the like. Besides, someone's gotta do it.
Have you done this before, Sophie?
Well, this is my first case with a body. Calling Anton's family was the hardest thing I've ever done. It should be, otherwise he wouldn't be the Sophie I know. It's not an easy job, but it is important.
Thank the gods Bill and Chandra survived. I can't believe someone would kill Anton. I mean, sure, he wasn't the nicest guy or particularly good one.
He certainly didn't make many friends for himself.
Still, how do you handle it? Does investigating murders not, get to you?
A little, but I was a patrol cop long before I ever got promoted. Working the beat like that, you get desensitized to stuff like this. All we can do now is find out who killed him and bring them to justice. Anton may have had a lot to answer for, but he still had friends and family who cared about him. Knowing that solving this will bring them some peace of mind is what keeps me going. I like that they address that. You play enough of these games. I mean, it's kind of easy to forget stuff like that.
Yeah. So I guess you've met my dad now. What did you think?
You two have pretty different personalities. I expected him to be a lot more like you.
He's always said that I'm more like my mom. My sister Jean is more like him. I love him, but he really drives me nuts sometimes.
Your family sounds fun. I'm kind of jealous. I'm an only child. You should probably introduce me once this case is over.
Sure, but if Jean says she wants to do your makeup, you better run away before it's too late. It starts out innocent, but before you know it, she'll turn it into a multi-hour-long makeover session.
I think that's everything. Yeah. Back to the store, then. Yeehaw! Praise the gods above!
Oh no! What in the world?
Sounds like Harris. He was one of the people here last night. If he was here last night, then he's a person of interest in my book. Let's go get his story.
Sounds like he's in the workshop. I can show you the way.
Nothing yet.
And you're certain about this?
Truer than the morning sun. He claimed all of it.
Mrs. Eubank, what are you doing here? Same reason as you. Anton's death.
Y'all know each other?
It's complicated.
Well, I won't pry into all that business. You folks must be with the police. Allow me to introduce myself. Name's Harris Newbuck, future owner of this establishment.
Nice to meet you, Mr. Newbuck. But I thought this place would have been bought out by Eubank Investments. How did you outbid them?
I was gonna buy this place outright till old Anton decided to swoop up and try to outbid me. I reckon I lucked out when Luna chose me, and his bid's dead as a doornail now.
Anton had plans to buy this store for Eubank Investments. But after what happened with the Klaus orphanage, I requested he hold off for now. And yet, he completely ignored my request. If the press were to find out, it would be very harmful to Eubank Investments. I think her flame grew 2 sizes bigger that day. That said, it seems Luna went with Mr. Newbuck's Noah bid. How did you manage that, Harris?
Oh, Anton might have had the money, but I got something he ain't got. A dream.
A dream? While it was a bidding war, Luna still had complete control as to whom she would pick. Based on what Mr. Newbuck has said, it seems he was able to convince Luna to sell it to him. Why would Luna do that? Better talk to her about that. That said, I read the contract. Luna doesn't fully inherit the right to sell this place until she is 18. So last night's meeting isn't legally binding and Luna could change her mind. So there's a chance Harris could lose his bid. Sounds like he could stand to benefit from Anton dying.
Now hold your horses there, Lassie. I don't like how you said that. Let me just make one thing clear right out of the gate. I didn't kill nobody, and I didn't know he died till today. I knew nothing about all this legal nonsense till now.
Well, I reckon you're being quite defensive, Mr. Newbuck.
Also, put down the scissors, please. Nevertheless, he's got a point.
Oh yeah, he's got a point, alright. The point of those scissors. I suppose it couldn't be easy. You three can talk it among yourselves. I'm going to step out for some air.
You like these? I got them. Apparently, they're an authentic. You like these? Because I know I do. Got them from a little. Apparently, these were at the Alabastan embassy one time.
Oh no, not the fucking extraterritorial rights.
I'd hate to trouble you, Mr. Newbuck, but since you're here, we'd like to take your statement about what happened last night. I reckon I got a moment to spare. Lizzie here. Well, as I said, I was here last night to try and buy the place. Except no matter what I offered, that dang Anton would always bid higher. Shook me for every last penny I had. I was gonna fold, but bless Luna's soul for picking me. So pennies exist in this world.
Huh.
Now, as I said before, I didn't go shooting the man. I didn't even own any type of gun to shoot him with. Despite my appearance, I ain't got the heart for killing even when I'm angry. Thank you, Mr. Newbuck. We also have some follow-up questions. Well, get on with it then, little feller. I ain't got nothing to hide.
I should go outside and... I should go outside and speak with Ferris later when I can. If Luna isn't here, she must be in the break room. Better go there as well. But it can't hurt to ask Harris some questions first. We have a lot of leads.
Yeah? Alright, well, let's start with investigating the, place.
This is some of our prototype glassware. We always get the shapes down before we move on to the colored glass. It's kind of like drawing a sketch before you start painting.
or creating a flowchart before cooking a new dish.
Yeah, that... hang on, what?
Yeah, I was gonna say,
What? A flowchart?
I take it, I feel like that might be implying Sophie isn't the best in the kitchen.
This is our furnace over here, and this over here is to help protect you from the heat. You can adjust it with these wheels to make it go further or backwards.
You know your way around glass. How come you didn't take over the business?
It's not for me. It never clicked like it does for the rest of my family. I wanted to find my own path. I just happened to end up at the station.
Gotta say, I'm glad you ended up where you did. You know what? You ought to make a piece for the station. I want to see your work myself.
I'm not exactly good.
Oh, Justy, the quality of it doesn't matter. All that matters is you put your heart and soul into it, and it'll turn out perfect. I don't fully agree with the sentiment, but I know what she actually means.
Yeah. Then
Like, it's
maybe
the thought that counts.
then maybe after this case I'll make you something.
Is this still supposed to be hot?
It should cool off eventually. I'm glad no safety inspector is around to see this.
Oof. How old is this guy, by the way?
Good question. 42.
42.
It looks pretty
Barber.
good for 42.
Yeah. So
How
he's
old is this guy?
gonna open up a barber shop, I guess.
Yeah, I don't really know what's going on with the scissors. If I may ask, why are you looking to buy the store?
It's been my dream to open my own barber shop.
Well, there it is.
Give a fella a proper shave and cut, and there ain't nothing he can't do. Of course, you ladies are always welcome as well. One of my styles, the fastest way to a man's heart.
I think I'm fine, thank you. Can't say I'm after I can't say I'm after a man's heart. I like my hair the way it is.
What about a woman's heart? Well, I reckon my artistry would make even the lassies swoon. Maybe I need a haircut.
Sophie, are you implying something? Are you implying something, Sophie? Who's she trying to impress? Sue? Oh my god, Justina, you're so oblivious.
Justina, are you blind? Do you forget who locked you in a vice grip of a bear hug just not a week ago? I mean, not unreasonable, but can you tell me how you knew Sol? I gave him a haircut, actually. You'd be surprised how close we get with our clients. Haircutting's a real personal thing. So after I learned his daughter was selling, I decided to buy it. Why open your barbershop here, of all places? Sure, there's cheaper real estate elsewhere. Let me tell you something, lassie. This here's about to be some real good business. All them new rich folk moving in and gentrifying the place. I reckon those business folk gotta get a haircut somewhere. That sounds ambitious.
You know, that's actually not a bad idea. Prices around here have been going through the roof recently. Any businessman worth their salt would want a store in this area, assuming they can afford it.
Yeah.
What got you into the whole barber thing anyways?
Well, my pa taught me, same as my grandpappy taught him. It's a form of art my family's been passing down for generations. May not use the same tools as some of them fancy painters with their easels and whatnot.
It's the Atori Mart all over again!
But my clippers are my brush, and the hair is my canvas. Yeah, not gonna lie, I definitely, as soon as I heard this guy, I knew, oh, I'm gonna have to bring out the freaking Teruya voice again. And the way I see it, what I really do is help people express themselves. They got a vague notion of what they want, but it's up to me to get them there. I never thought about hairdressing that way. That's fascinating.
Didn't strike me as the artsy type.
What, just because I got an accent and wear boots means I can't appreciate art?
Maybe that was closed-minded of me.
Wouldn't be the first time. Oh, are we gonna... when do we get to talk to Owen and rag him for liking video games?
It's gotta happen in every chapter.
Yeah.
Let's go speak to Ferris. Wheel.
Oh, I see
Huh?
Fry's been here.
Yep. Doughboy.
Probably,
Huh?
probably some donut shop he likes.
Is someone crying over here? Hang on, that sounds like Mrs. Eubank. Oh god.
Oh,
Oh man. Oh man. That's. Oh man. Ferris? You two again. Look, if you want to look around, fine. Please leave me alone. Ferris, what's wrong? I just want it to end. This case? This whole scandal. Everyone is getting dragged in. My family, my friends, my company. Now Anton is dead. Why? Why would someone kill him?
sounds like you two were close.
He's been with Eubank Investments since the beginning. He helped build this company. He was a bit blunt, but he was a good man. Now to find out he had been going behind our backs. If only I found out sooner. Instead, I wasted all my time defending criminals. Criminals? You mean Annie? Annie, Bill, Oliver? I believed in all of them. Instead, all I did was waste my time. Time I could have spent looking after this company. This is a really good arc. This is a good arc.
Like the fact, I mean, it seems like she has, it seems like Annie's words have touched on her a little, and I mean, at least in the sense that, she realizes that, or at least she's thinking, there could have been a way to prevent this from happening.
I also find it really interesting that this game is using believing in someone as a character flaw instead of as a character strength.
Yeah. In fact, I think Justina tends to, I mean, granted it is her job, but at least, well, I say her job, you know what I mean.
Her quote-unquote job.
Yeah, but the point is, she tends to take a really logical approach to this. She ultimately rules nothing out.
Of
course, she hasn't been in a position to, she hasn't, had a friend of her who's actually, oh my gosh, I realized, obviously she is going to defend her dad, but, I think the fact that I don't know, I feel like, I get the feeling that there's gonna be something to do with, something to really break things, this, chapter. I can feel it.
It's like waiting for the penny to drop.
Yeah. I mean, we do know that pennies exist in this world now, so...
They can drop.
It's a perfectly appropriate statement.
Maybe then Anton would still be here.
I think you did the right thing. Everyone deserves a fair defense. If you didn't fight for them, who would?
A public defender.
Out of, Eddie Fender, I see.
I'm not even a criminal lawyer.
Most public defenders don't give their clients much time of day. Oftentimes they're overworked and underpaid. How can they be expected to provide a good defense under those conditions? You fought for them better than anyone else could have. I mean, what if we got it wrong? We'd be sending an innocent person to jail.
I never expected to hear all that from a cop.
Hey, I didn't get into this business just for the paycheck or a sense of power. I want to help people. I want to catch the real criminals, not just the first option I find.
I can tell this means a lot to you. She's really passionate about this. Now I just want to help her solve this case even more. Ferris, nothing you or I can do can bring Anton back, but you can help us. You can help us find who's behind all this. Help us, please. All right. How can I help?
Okay, so before we continue, this is another good scene, I think. I know we keep saying this, but what else do we talk about?
Yeah.
Is the fact that I even noticed how I was sort of, I guess we'll call it browsing some comments, I guess, and just talking about how the idea of defending a person in the Ace Attorney series who defending an actual criminal in the Ace Attorney series is never really an option they explore, and the few times that it does happen, it's kind of brushed over or thrown away quickly. One time in The Great Ace Attorney, even in Investigations 2, when, Eddie Fender definitely holds a lot of the same beliefs that Sophie does.
Yeah.
If they were to ever meet,
Mm-hmm.
But the concept of him defending someone who we already know is guilty is ultimately dropped right away, which, don't get me wrong, it made for an interesting case, but I can't help but, you can't help but wonder what if.
Yeah, that's also a thing with Justice for All, the final case, where Phoenix doesn't defend Matt on guard out of, like, wanting to believe in him. He does it because he has to. He gets basically blackmailed into it, so we don't really get to discuss what would Phoenix do if Maya wasn't kidnapped, and what if Matt on guard wanted Phoenix to defend him. Would Phoenix do that? Like, what type of decision would he make in that situation?
It is an interesting decision, but I also understand that, like, I think the story we got there was a good one, and ultimately, like, it was needed to, like, push him into a point where he was entering, like, a morally gray area. But yeah, we'll probably never know what he actually would have done in that situation. You knew Anton better than any of us. What can you tell me about him?
I'll tell you what I know. Anton was a real gun enthusiast. He carried his pistol Brutus with him everywhere. He bragged all the time about how good of a shot he was, that he only ever needed one. He only ever carried one bullet in his gun just to prove this point. He never once let the thing out of his sight. Wouldn't even let anyone else touch it. This is partly because his gun has a flash drive connected to it. He carried all his work-related info on it. Aside from that, he was dedicated to his work. Really dedicated. When he made up his mind, nothing could stop him.
Yeah, that's quite a bit of information.
He named his gun? I never understood it, but I won't speak ill of the dead.
Seems he cared about it a lot, though. We'll keep that in mind. Thanks, Fez. This will help us a lot.
Fez. Never call me that again.
Oh, come on. How about Fairy or Fairbear?
You know, city ordinances restrict the usage of motorcycles in this area. Just thought you should know.
You know what? Let's go look around elsewhere.
I've never seen Sophie look more scared in her life. I'm really, really digging this side of Ferris that we're seeing here, and the arc that she's going on. It's really interesting.
Yeah. Yeah.
We keep talking, we keep praising this game, but, like, it's just good.
Yeah. Stores in the back. What are those buildings in the back?
There used to be some small businesses. A family club, a loan office, and a beauty salon.
Used to?
They closed down. Couldn't make enough to keep going. That brick wall in the back wasn't always there. People used to be able to go from one street to another. It was raised a few years ago because of a property dispute with the building owner on the other side. But it killed a lot of the traffic for those few stores.
How sad.
They have been closed for a couple of years now, and no one has wanted them since. Thankfully, the former owners were able to relocate to another area.
And it has a happy ending.
It was a happy ending. I just wish they didn't have to move in the first place. Do you know anyone who would want to kill Mr. Chambers? You didn't hear this from me, but Anton had just gone through a terribly messy divorce. His ex-wife fought him hard in the courts. Those two hated each other. Aside from her, there's certainly some businessmen around here who don't think the best of him. But I can't imagine any of them would resort to murder.
I checked on the family connections already. His wife's been away on holiday for the past week.
So all we have are a bunch of empty leads.
Not exactly. We know our culprit either hid their intentions well, or this was a crime committed in the heat of the moment.
Looks like Anton had been making a lot of moves recently. The orphanage I can understand, but why this place? Unfortunately, I can't disclose any information about the company or our ventures. You know something, don't you? This could be critical information. I have to place the interests of the company first. What could Eubank Investments be hiding? I want to push her on it, but I have a feeling it won't get me anywhere.
Finally, the investigation. We better check this dumpster for clues. You never know what you might find lying in one of these.
Who are you, Dick Gumshoe?
It's empty.
Well, yeah, yesterday was trash day. They probably picked it up in the afternoon. Besides, I doubt the culprit would have been dumb enough to throw the gun in the trash.
Yeah. I think it counts. Let's add it to the evidence.
Trash day, huh? Okay.
Garbage day! What's this thing here?
That would be our mailbox. It pulls open for you to drop mail inside.
I wonder, could the culprit have dropped something in there?
Unless they're the utility company, I doubt it.
What about the place next door? They've also got one.
I'd rather not go over there, actually.
Why not? It just looks like a harmless little toy shop.
Don't let that fool you. It's all smiles until they realize you aren't buying anything, and then they turn into vicious snakes.
What? What's with this ominous brick wall back there?
You say a magic spell and then you walk through it like Diagon Alley. It wasn't always there. You used to be able to walk over to the other street. Pick up their property dispute.
I doubt the culprit would have been able to climb over this. Depending on how much space is between the buildings, like if the walls flush with the buildings, probably. But then again, like if you're really good at it, you might actually be able to scale it by wedging yourself into the corner. But I doubt that's how they did it. That would mean they'd have had to pass by the front of the store, unless the culprit was a ghost.
Like, Scoob, there's a ghost! Ugh!
Ghosts. Justy, don't tell me you actually believe in ghosts.
The ghost of Yankee Jim? Of course I do. They're very real and very... and very dangerous. They say those who anger the gods are forced to forever haunt our world as spirits. I never want to encounter one.
You didn't strike me as the superstitious type.
You can call it whatever you want, but I'd like to avoid being haunted. Thank you very much.
Don't worry, I doubt that ghosts will haunt you. You're too cute for that.
I wonder what Sophie means by that. Justina's thoughts. Hey, cut it out. I'm really serious here.
Oh, come on, I'm only teasing you. Sure.
We'll call it that.
Here we are, the scene of the crime. Something on your mind?
You know, I've always seen these in movies and TV, but seeing it in real life is haunting. When I was younger, I used to play out here with Luna. Once, we played cops and robbers. Luna shaped her hands like a gun and pretended to shoot me as the robber. It's kind of surreal how much it paralleled this crime. Being here now makes my childhood feel like it was so long ago. Sorry, I really should focus on the case.
Oh, don't be sorry. I'm glad you can open up to me about this. But you're right, we have to solve the case, if only to get your dad off the suspect list.
Right, so is there anything I should know?
Aside from the body being found here, we don't know much else. It seems likely our culprit may have lured Anton in here in order to rob him. We were also told he drove here, but both his keys and car are missing. But the same person who killed him could have used his car to escape.
That means his keys...
Yeah, I was gonna say.
That means his keys, wallet, and gun were all taken, yet they dumped the gun in the wallet at the park. If they escaped in the car, why not drive away with both?
Maybe they couldn't drive away with them.
Maybe. I just can't think of a reason why. I'm going to add the keys as missing with the wallet. Oh, great. He's back.
Who's he?
Oh, yeah, they never met, did they? The Doughboy. He's a local graffiti artist. He goes around town spraying pastry-themed graffiti. He's made our store his favorite spot to hit. We painted over the next day, but he keeps coming back, like a cockroach.
Ryan Noyle. I still have his information written down from the Klaus case. But I think it looks pretty. I give him such a hard time.
It's bad for business. It makes the whole area look shady. I keep trying to convince my dad to do more about it, but he just brushes it off. I don't care how talented or creative he may be. He should be painting on an easel, not our walls. And look, he even left his spray paint in the small trash can here. How strange, it still has plenty of paint.
Huh, I just thought of something.
What's up?
The Essential Beat Cop Handbook, Chapter 8, Section 7. Most graffiti artists work under the cover of night.
Did you memorize that whole thing?
That's not important right now. Are you thinking what I'm thinking?
That we need to throw Doughboy in jail for his vandalism?
No, Small Fry could have been a witness. We should go talk with him. Oh my
Yes!
God,
Yes! Maybe, but knowing him, he won't be at his usual spot this early in the morning. We should gather as much evidence as we can here before we visit him. Hold on, there's something else here. What's all this? Is this confetti? It's got some weird writing on it.
This isn't ordinary confetti. This was left behind by a taser.
A taser? Did someone use a taser on a clown?
Not quite. Consumer tasers have confetti stuffed in their cartridges. Each one has the taser's serial number on it. It's so we can track them down if they're used in a crime, which I bet is what those puncture wounds are.
Really? I never knew that.
In any case, it lets us know that a taser was used here.
We should look up the owner then.
I'll call Sue to ask her to look into it. She can look it up while we're investigating.
Better add both to the case file. First the spray paint. Now the confetti.
Interesting. It's looking... Honestly, I'm starting to think that this might have been another... I'm starting to think this might have been another, partnership crime.
Partnership crime?
Yeah, like, done by two people. Well, except more directly this time.
Yeah, let's go talk to, Luna. There you are, Luna. Ah, cool!
Handle voicing them.
That is a nice... That's a nice...
Luna.
I'm not sure, but it's a nice detail. I'm not sure if you noticed, but there's no text sound effect whenever she's speaking.
Yeah. I guess I can, like, provide voice lines for her. Yeah. Hey, Jay, I was just cleaning up the break room. So, who's this with you? Is this that pretty detective girl you told me about?
Luna! Time and place!
Oh, so I see this feeling flows both ways.
Let me introduce you to Luna. This is my friend Detective Sophie Swift. Sophie, this is Luna Hart.
Nice to meet you, Luna. Anyways, what you doing here, Jay? So does this mean that Justina knows sign language?
Presumably, yes.
I actually had to learn sign language to an extent in college. I don't use it very often. I don't really use it nowadays, and yeah, I'm not very good at it. But I did actually go to, for the sake of assignments, I actually ended up having to go to real-life deaf gatherings, and it's definitely a challenge, but I was able to function to an extent. It's very interesting. I even had to do a paper on, like, deaf culture.
I'm here to investigate the murder. Both you and Dad are suspects.
But we didn't kill him, so we're fine.
That's still bad! What if the detective arrests you on bad evidence?
Hey, I wouldn't.
I didn't mean you, I mean the other... Oh, never mind. I just want to solve this case. What happened here last night? I heard you sold the store.
I did. I decided to sell the store to Harris because I believe in his dream. It might have been less money, but I felt like I was making an impact by helping him. Despite losing, Anton took losing the bid quite well. I even saw them talking to each other by the computer before they left. Afterwards, I cleaned the whole store before locking up for the night. Then I opened up the store, and you know the rest.
Thanks, Luna. Do you mind if we look around and ask you some more questions?
That's fine. Go ahead.
The fridge.
Why do you have two fridges here? We got the smaller one for free. We ordered the bigger one, but they sent us the smaller one. Justina had to fight tooth and nail to get our money back.
Gods, I hated that. I had to prove that they sent the wrong one and contact our bank to stop the transaction. It took a week before they admitted they were wrong and sent us the right one. We even got to keep
That's
the
accounting
smaller
work
one
for
as an
you.
apology.
Do you think the bigger one's a Maytag, which retails for $3,399 US dollars?
Oh my god.
I'm bringing you along next time I call customer service.
Thanks for grabbing the local newspaper, Luna.
Yeah, even a week later, Eubank Investments is still in the news. Can you find it in the news?
Azure City Council axes plans for light rail expansion, approves motion to add 12th lane to freeway. 12 goddamn lanes in a freeway.
Sorry, is that 12 as in both sides, or is that 12 on both sides, or just six,
Or
on both sides?
six on both sides. It's probably 6 on both sides, but I like to imagine that they're adding 12
Ugh.
on both sides.
I mean that's definitely something Lane Man would do. But oh my gosh, yeah, that's not going to actually help with traffic at all. That does not work. and I can even send you a video explaining why. But moving on.
That sounds
I mean,
interesting.
it totally fits in with the gentrification themes this game keeps bringing up.
Yeah.
That's a shame. There's already enough lanes on the highway as it is.
Justina,
Just one more lane,
we just
bro.
talked about this. We just talked about this. Maybe one more lane is enough to fix our traffic problem.
I doubt it. Studies show that adding lanes is the worst way to reduce traffic.
Hey! I don't believe it. How is adding more bad?
Are they seriously about to start, like, talking about induced demand? Anything else?
5-year anniversary of the prison escape of Ben Gol. The how and the why. Who's that?
Is he from India? He's the only person to ever escape the Azure City Penitentiary. I never found the guy, and no one has heard from him since. In our country, the presumption of death is 5 years.
Damn. Okay.
Next week on the anniversary, he'll be declared dead.
Or he's gonna show up, in this case.
Or the DLC case.
That's actually a pretty... Yeah, actually. This would be like a pretty good opportunity to branch off from a completely unrelated mention of something. Must have been
Yeah,
quite the
we'll have to
escape
keep
artist
that
to
in
stay hidden
mind.
that long.
Anything else in there? I'm definitely getting, like... I know this... I mean, I know the Verametium comparison is obvious, but I had to bring it up.
Yeah. I really like the freaking question mark. Found Eubank Investments. Eubank Investments, the dark side of Azure City's famous urban developer. Yeah, it's right here. Looks like last week's scandal is hitting them hard.
Only in the public's eye. Doesn't seem like their business dealings are taking a hit. Eubank Investments is a private company, so we can't know for sure.
I bet the press will love the latest story of Anton's death, but it will only make things worse. I think I'll keep this newspaper for now. Ben Ivan Goal. I feel like there's a pun there that I'm not getting.
Ben Ivan Goal.
Ben Ivan Goal. I don't know.
I mean, it's the fact that they noted down the information about that specifically.
Yeah.
University pamphlets? Yeah, there's an all-deaf university in New Grapetown. They've already accepted me. Aw. Oh, wow, congratulations. I didn't know there was an all-deaf college.
It's why she's selling the place. She needs the money to move east.
My mom lives out there, but she can't afford to support me the whole time. With this sale, I should be fine until I graduate. So, what are you studying? Astronomy. I've always been fascinated with space and the stars.
Same.
Jay and I used to go stargazing a lot when we were kids. I think that's how my love for it started. That's also why I picked the name Luna. I want to learn all I can about it.
Also like how her shirt is earth-colored.
Oh, yeah. That's something I didn't quite pick up on. Sounds exciting. I can't wait to hear about what you discover.
And don't think you can just escape from us either. You better come see me on your holidays. Lunars. Luna's on her first step towards her dream. I'm so proud of her. Hands.
Those are some big hands. I made it myself. They're modeled after my dad's. Must have been a large guy. He was, but he never yelled with them. Jay says he was a loud person when using his voice.
He talked pretty loudly with us, but signed so calmly. Honestly, don't know if
that's
it was
another- Go ahead.
No, you go ahead.
Right, so I don't remember I don't remember the details, but there are certain cases in deaf culture where, like, certain signs are used to, of course, emphasize more and be more aggressive. And at the same time, there's also, I could probably dig up a lot of this from my old paper, but there's plenty of stuff that, like, doing random hand motions would be considered offensive to a deaf person, usually. So, I imagine we're going to see a bit of, I imagine we'll be seeing a bit more of those things here.
I honestly don't know if it was because he lacked confidence in signing or because he was always nice to Luna. Oh my god.
Holy crap.
Oh boy. Okay.
How come only 2 buyers were here last night? Did no one else offer to buy the place? Well, originally I was just going to sell it to Harris. He was a friend of my dad's, and he seemed really excited to take this place over. Then I got contacted by Anton. He must have found out that I was selling it.
I wonder why he was so dead set on buying this place. Don't tell me he planned to put luxury condos here too.
It's even stranger when you learn that he didn't have permission to do so either. There must be some reason for it. Well, I do know that Eubank Investments used to own this property before we did. I don't remember much from then, but maybe it could shed some light on it. We'll take what we can get. Can you tell us what you remember? Well, it involved the accident I was in 10 years ago.
Oh. Looks like she wasn't born deaf, but possibly an accident caused this.
Accident? What accident?
It's not important. It happened so long ago.
It's all right, Jay. I don't mind sharing.
If you're sure.
When my dad was looking for properties to buy, we visited this building. But when we were investigating, one of the upper floors collapsed, and I was pinned underneath the rubble. I'm sorry, that must have been awful. My dad ended up settling with an agreement with Eubank Investments. They sold this property a lot cheaper and a lot quicker than they would have otherwise. They also helped repair the damages.
Luckily, there was no permanent damage. The builders were the one at fault, but Eubank's Investments was liable. They got off better with the deal than if it went to court. They even added sound absorption to the walls free of charge. Now you can't even hear anything in here from the front of the store. So I'm grateful to the Eubanks, if only because they cared enough to accept responsibility.
And you never met any of the Eubanks the whole time?
No, I only heard about the process afterwards.
Interesting. Thank you, Luna. Okay, so maybe she was just born deaf. I don't know.
Yeah. No, we don't have enough evidence.
Yeah, I'm not even sure if I'm not sure how much that's going to come into play, but just the fact that, it's a character trait's interesting.
Yeah.
I'm going to write down what you said about those sound absorption walls, though. So, Justy, why didn't you tell us at the station you knew sign language?
It's not exactly a selling point on a resume.
Jay and Jean both learned when our dads started working together. It was kind of fun slowly watching them pick up the language one sign at a time.
I picked it up faster than Jean. She would get so mad when she couldn't understand us. Don't give me that look. It's one of the few things I got ahead of her on something.
Got ahead?
She was kind of better than me at school. Just a little. Sign language was one of the few things I could boast over her.
But she caught up. Now we can all talk together without my notebook. So, interesting fact, I was taking a forensics... I might have mentioned this before. I was taking a forensics class in high school, and we actually learned about the Miranda rights and like how they're usually read. And as a part of the lesson, we had to learn all of the alphabet hand signs in sign language. And while I've forgotten most of what I learned in sign language in college, I still remember how to do the alphabet. So I can technically still fingerspell. I don't know if that's what it's actually called, though. I've been hearing about your dad a lot today. I understand he passed away recently? He did. It's been really hard. I knew it was coming, so it wasn't unexpected, but that doesn't make it any easier. His death was expected?
Sol had a terminal disease which affected his nervous system. It started getting a lot worse in the last 5 years of his life. He started losing a lot of his fine motor control, and eventually he was partially paralyzed.
I can't imagine what that must have been like. The hardest part was when he couldn't sign anymore. Oh. I was told he could still speak, but only with his mouth. It was the only time I ever wished I was hearing. That's another thing. Deaf people, some will find that like they don't really like. I know that there are cures for. I believe there are cures now for those who are deaf or hard of hearing, but there are some deaf people who wish to just remain deaf and preserve that part of their culture.
Yeah.
I'm so sorry. It's okay, Detective. He was a good dad. I prefer to remember the good times we had together, rather than the bad. I'm sure he'll have a great next life. Plus, I still have Jay and her family. They've sort of taken me under their wing.
Of course you do, and don't ever you forget it. I'm glad we're not talking about just stuff concerning the case, and we're actually getting to learn more about these characters. It's really nice.
Yeah. You and Justy are pretty close. Did you guys grow up together? Yep, Jay and I would play together when we were little. He was always so supportive of me. When I came out as trans, Jay was the first person I told. Oh,
I see. I'm glad you did. I've always been really proud of you. She's the little sister I never had.
Wait a second, you do have a sister, though.
Like I said, a sister I never had.
Justine and Jean never got along. They're complete polar opposites. But I consider them both my sisters, too. I learned different things from them both. Jean taught me a lot about fashion and makeup, even if I don't really bother with it much. In fact, she bought this bow I always wear for me. But Justina always showed me how to be confident in myself. We had a lot of adventures together, and some misadventures. That's really heartwarming. You should try to get along with your sister more, Justy.
I hate to break it to you, but some things just aren't possible.
Ugh. Luna, do you mind if I see the contract for selling the store? No problem. Here you go. Now, where is it?
What are you thinking?
According to the contract, it goes into effect the moment Luna turns 18. But it can be cancelled at any time until then. Luna, is there any reason you would cancel the deal with Harris? Nope, I'm happy with the terms we came up with last night.
Better write down the contract details. That might come in handy. Okay.
Next week.
Yeah. Hey, Luna, you know those 2 metal detectors in front of the store? I'd like to take a look at the logs for them from last night.
Sure thing, Jay. Let me just print them out for you. Here you are. Looks like it tripped twice last night.
Thank you, Luna. Huh? Did you say twice?
Yep, I guess Anton must have tripped it again when he was leaving the store.
No way that's possible. My dad would have heard it. What do you think, Sophie?
I keep seeing, like, particle effects on the screen. I don't know if that's... I think that might be your... I don't know if that's your computer, or that's the game.
That's from my monitor. I don't know what's wrong with it. I don't think it shows up in recording, though.
It is strange. Like, after hearing that, like, the building collapsed, I was like, oh gosh, is there going to be, like, foreshadowing that the building is going to collapse again?
Oh,
God,
no.
I hope not. It is strange. According to Ash, he only heard the detector go off once. He you been lying to us?
No way! Why would he lie about that? There must be something else we're missing.
I wonder about that. For now, let's write it down.
Alright, let's see how much evidence we have right now. Probably so much. That's a lot of evidence.
Enough to choke a horse from the look of it. I guess the next stage, I guess our next point of order would be... Well, actually, there is the graffiti wall, so I'm sure you want to go there.
I should get more evidence around the store. Okay, fine, I guess.
Okay, so I guess our next step is reviewing the statement from Ash.
Let's actually check that. Let's see what the lead says. Nope. Question fry oil. Maybe we have to travel to the graffiti fault?
No.
Well, that's not good.
I mean, there is... We do at least have something we know we can do here. We just gotta review this guy's statement. Oh, we can talk about the other guys.
Yeah. Hey, Sophie, do you like my hair?
How do you ask?
Meeting Harris has made me start to wonder if I should get a haircut. Who knows, maybe it's time to try a new style.
I think you'd look good with shorter hair. Or maybe you could dye it a fun color.
I don't think I could ever dye my hair. I like my natural hair color too much.
Maybe you just need a fun hat, like a beret.
What, you don't reckon a 10-gallon hat would suit a fine lassie such as myself?
I think you're spending too much time around Harris. Is that supposed to be her... Okay, that's got me thinking. Do you think that the title screen is supposed to be Justina after the game is over? Like after the end of the game? And maybe after she's gotten a haircut?
That could be it, actually.
That would actually be crazy. Right.
Seeing Ferris so sad nearly broke my heart.
Mine too. Hiding her regret must have been hard for her.
You handled her very well. You're pretty good at cheering people up.
She reminded me of myself after failing my first case. It lingers in you until you feel like giving up on everything. When you stood up for me to take over the case, it gave me courage to stick with it to the end. I only wanted to give her that same courage.
She's grown so much in the time She's grown so much in the time since I've met her. I can't speak. Sophie, what do you think makes a good graduation gift? Luna is graduating high school next month, so I want to get her something nice.
Well, what does she like?
Let me think. She's really into computers, but I don't know much about the stuff. Luna always goes on about how I need to upgrade my phone and laptop, but I don't really see the reason. It still works fine, why change it?
You and me both, Justina. When was the last time you bought a new computer?
Like, 10 years ago?
I mean, that's with me with my... Even I know that's too long. Don't tell me you still use a flip phone, Justy.
Of course not. I just haven't upgraded it in a while.
I haven't upgraded my phone in forever.
What phone do you have?
I don't actually know. I think it's like a Samsung Galaxy S9.
I'll see if I can go to the graffiti wall if it's just gonna tell me. Okay, I guess we do have to do something in the store.
Like an S8 or an S9. Anyway.
8 statements. That's a lot of statements.
Yep. But I think we know which one we gotta look for.
Yeah.
Okay. Maybe
He doesn't actually mention it. I think maybe this one would work. I knew this because I saw him come into the store last night.
Could be. What?
Metal detector? Where are you? There it is. Hey Dad, what do you think of this?
Sorry, I don't really have anything to say about it. Still Luna.
By the computer.
No sound from the front of the store can be heard in the break room. Only produced in the workshop. Newbook's statement could potentially be up for review, considering that he was with he was
Anton?
technically one of the last people to see Anton.
He is technically in the store.
Want to go talk to him instead?
Yeah, I think so. I actually don't think this is it either.
I guess not, yeah. Only one bolt. That is Ferris might. Actually, is Ferris even in the same spot?
I think she's still in the alleyway, maybe.
If she is, then let's bring up the fact that there were 2 bullet wounds.
Yep, she's still here.
Yep, there she is. Also, the fact that I feel like there's gonna be kind of a bit of irony. The fact that the gun's named Brutus is yeah.
Nope.
I think it's gonna be about. It's this, right?
I can try it again, but nope. 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 Maybe it's the gun actually. Maybe it's like the actual gun.
Yeah.
No. Okay, maybe on the other statement.
Perfect shot. Oh yeah. There we go.
It's crossed off, so I don't think it'll work.
What else does she say?
Perfect shot. He only carried 1 bullet. He never let the thing out of his sight. Ever. Oh yeah, where'd the flash drive go?
We don't. Yeah.
The flash drive. It's not there.
Mentioned at all?
No, nothing's on it.
Nothing else was found on it. Oh, okay. So it got stolen.
Ferris, are you aware that his gun was found at the park across the street? No, I wasn't. Was it not found on his body?
It wasn't. Red only found it by assuming the culprit would escape through the park. But when we found it, there wasn't a flash drive attached. And if you say he always has a flash drive attached,
Someone must have taken it. Mrs. Eubank, would there be anything valuable on it? Something worth taking? I can't say for sure, but knowing him, it's likely. He did like keeping his cards close to his chest.
Then maybe money wasn't the primary target for our thief.
I'll update the evidence on Anton's gun. What now, Detective? How are we supposed to find the flash drive?
We still don't have proof our culprit even has the flash drive. For now, let's focus on finding a primary suspect. Thanks again, Mrs. Eubank.
Right, I think now we can go... Nope.
Is there any new... We're gonna keep trying this until it works.
This is like frickin'
Alright,
Sisyphus pushing that boulder up the hill.
So, has that changed anything?
It updated the gun.
That is true, yeah.
The chamber is currently empty and missing a flash drive with valuable information.
I guess next would be, gosh, I don't know, like, talking to, let's look at everyone's statements again in the menu.
This is a really nice feature, that it lets you just look at them in this
menu. I'm glad that we remembered that. I'm glad you remembered that. I don't think we're gonna get anything from Ash for now.
I guess, like, we could make a logic jump and say that Harris could have used Anton's gun. He didn't even need to own a gun.
Yeah, that is possible, but there's still a second
kind of a
bullet we'd have to explain.
We just finished her statement and we can't even look at it anymore, so...
Luna cleaned the whole store before locking up last night.
Oh, no, she didn't. There's soil. There's soil on the floor.
Yeah. Oh. I don't really see her as, like, being a thing. It's probably just going to be another case of it was just an accident, you know?
Yeah, and I don't think that she's guilty or anything. It's just, it's something that, it's a contradiction.
Yeah. I did not remember the soil. Good memory.
Yep, there we go. Luna, if you cleaned the whole store last night, why is there a pile of dirt on the floor near the entrance?
Well, you see, I didn't clean the front of the store, so who knows how long it was there yesterday.
I think we can figure out when the soil appeared. Here's how we proved how the prop broke.
Oh,
The
right,
camera.
Let's think this over. Yeah, oh yeah.
You can look at the camera footage. The camera in the front of the store was recording the front of the store yesterday. All we need to do is check it. You have all the footage.
I can't.
Luna, what's going on? Why can't we see the camera footage?
I can't hide it anymore. I broke the pot. I'm so sorry.
If you broke the pot, why didn't you just tell us?
The pot contained a rare Elia that Ash had been trying to grow. I didn't want him to be mad at me. I broke it by mistake last night. I happened to look out the alleyway and saw a ghost.
Oh, would you look at the time? Time really flies by. I'd better be going.
But Justy, this could be important.
Luna,
please tell us all the details about this ghost.
Don't look, Justina. Keep your eyes closed until Sophie says otherwise.
There's like a shadow hovering around the dumpster, keeping its body still while moving its head. When I saw it, I knocked over the pot, and it ran off. When I saw what the plant was, I quickly brought it back to the break room to save it. It took me 20 minutes. I ordered a replacement pot and had planned to sneak it back in. I just didn't want your dad to be upset at me. I even deleted footage from right around when the pot broke in case you checked the footage without me knowing.
No, bro, you're getting too close to the mic.
Did it not pick everything up?
No, it did.
Sounds like you saw someone in the alleyway. Since Justy still has her eyes closed, I'll update the evidence. Justy, you can open your eyes.
So it was a person and not a ghost. That means she must have seen our culprit.
But why would our culprit be hovering around the dumpster? Well, you're forgetting one thing, Your Honor. What is it now, Mr. Wright? You're forgetting that the witness on the stand right now is a fucking ghost. Let's keep our options open for now. I'm sorry, I didn't think it would be an issue.
You kept a very important clue to yourself. You should have been honest from the start. And deleting footage, what if we needed that?
She wasn't being malicious. It seems like an honest mistake.
I get that, but still.
Oh, this looks like a new
sprite. It's a new sprite.
Is that a sprite?
It is.
Something's bothering you. You're normally not this tense.
Because Luna and my dad are suspects. We can't help them if they keep secrets from us.
And losing your cool over a minor lie isn't going to help. Just accept it and move on.
Let it go and move on.
I knew you were going to say that.
Sorry, Luna. I shouldn't yell over it.
I forgive you. Oh, so she was probably actually, like, signing, furiously. You'll solve this case no problem.
Thanks, Luna. We'll do our best. Okay.
Okay, that changes things.
That should be enough. Wrong button.
Yeah. That ain't, I don't know what is.
It
Finally.
is. Okay. Here we go.
I think he's made some progress on the eclair.
He has, I think. Yeah. Aw, oh, crap. Not you again. Doughboy, were you at my dad's store again last night? What's it to you, Greenie? I thought you and the jerk cop said you'd leave me alone. What are you doing here again?
Hey, small fry. Long time no see.
We saw your big donut, you left, Doughboy. I ain't talking to no more cops, so beat it. Listen to me, small fry. There was a murder last night outside Nickel and Diamond's Antiques. If you were there, I need your statement. No way. I ain't saying the word. You'd better talk, or Sophie here will book you for vandalism. Not to mention hindering our investigation.
Justy, that's not...
Alright, fine. I'll talk to you stupid cops, but I swear I didn't see anything. Bluffing always works with this kid. I don't have much to say. Alright, what do you got, Link? So maybe I did make a donut on the side of that store. But I hadn't seen anything and I don't know nothing about a dead guy. So what had happened was after I got my things and left. Happy now? How'd you know it was a dead guy? Huh? Doughboy?
Go into history. Was there... Did they mention there was a murder?
They mentioned there was a murder, but they didn't mention that it was a guy. So...
I guess, yeah.
I have a feeling it's going to be a struggle to get him to talk to us.
Let's do it anyway.
I see you haven't stopped being a nuisance since we last saw you, Doughboy. Heh, maybe a nuisance to boring losers like you. But my popularity has been soaring online. The doughheads are bigger than ever. I'm a star witness in that orphanage case. My pieces are selling like hotcakes. You're certainly not letting it go to your head at all.
Hang on, your pieces? How on earth do you sell graffiti?
Where I drop my art is up to me. Heh, but I've been known to be enticed by a little bit of cash if you catch my drift. Now people want you to vandalize their property? We're not all failures of an artist like you, Greenie. Damn.
Deep.
That's way too deep of a cut.
Hey, be nice to Justy Small Fry.
She's the one who started it.
Nicknames. Small Fry.
Can you stop calling me that? I'm Doughboy!
It doesn't fit. You're not doughy enough. But you're small and named Fry, so you're Small Fry.
How does a person look doughy?
It's not about looks, it's about feel. You know, Small Fry, you should call her Justy instead of Greenie.
She's wearing green, therefore she's greeny.
But what if she decides to wear blue or pink?
Then maybe she shouldn't wear green every time I see her. But I like
We've
wearing
met like
green.
twice. Oh yeah.
So how have things been with you and Meg? What's it to you, greenie? Relax, I was just wondering. Well, I haven't really talked to her since that stupid day. Even if that weird magician lady wrote the letter, I'm still... Forget it, why am I talking to you losers anyways?
I think it's clear that Meg cares about you, small fry. I mean, she kept your spray paint around. That has to mean something, right? I'm sure she'd still want to be your friend.
Just leave me alone.
Let's see if there's anything new to say about the graffiti. What a tasty-looking cupcake.
Do you have a sweet tooth, detective?
Totally. I wish I could eat more. But I have to say it's fit as healthy as I can. No criminal can outrun me and Zephyr, and I intend to keep it that way. That's why snack time's 4 o'clock on the dot and not a moment sooner.
I see. I don't think I could maintain such a rigid snack schedule.
Love the golden crust. Makes the pie look extra yummy.
I'm impressed. I didn't think you had good taste in art. Like a certain other short-haired detective. Is that the best you got? I expected better from you. Oh wait, your name is Doughboy, so your insults are less than half-baked. Damn! Your comebacks are like glass. I can see right through them.
Calm down, you two. Just look at the pie and relax.
But he started it.
Hey, Small Fry, why'd you pick chocolate for this one?
Do I need a reason? I just like chocolate.
Haru likes chocolate. No, but you already had a chocolate cake and eclair. Why not try something else?
You know, if you, like, squint a little bit harder to just take off your glasses, he kind of looks like a younger Haru.
Does it? oh, can you make a strawberry one? Make it extra pink with strawberries all over.
I don't take requests from cops. Besides, strawberries are too sweet for my liking.
Don't tell Tyrell Bad that. But isn't chocolate also sweet?
Well, duh. Chocolate and fruit are different types of sweetness. Sweet is sweet. There isn't a difference. Of course there is. Fruits can't compare to the glory that is chocolate. You're the most stubborn person I've ever met. You're the most stubborn person I've ever met.
Both of you should look in a mirror and say that. This guy's so much fun.
Dude, the way that these two are bantering is so funny. I see you filled in that eclair more. Psh, I've been too popular recently to finish it. You know, just humble brag. But this spot is starting to become a pilgrimage spot for the doughheads. So I gotta spruce this place up a bit. How popular is this kid?
There's so much spray paint littered around here. You need to clean up. You need to clean up. You need to clean up after yourself, Small Fry.
So what? I like to have options. I try out different brands to see which ones I like. It's spray paint. How many brands could there really be? When you're as popular as me, you gotta stay at top of the line of materials. There's been some posers who are trying to bite my style. I gotta defend my turf and my title. The Dreamland crew and their stupid fans, the Dreamers, have been moving into this area. I gotta remind them why the Doughboy rules these streets with painted pastries.
So now there's a full-on graffiti war going on.
When this is over, I'll be a nightmare on the Dreamland crew. Who knew vandalism could be so intense?
Alright, guess it's time to unpack his statement.
Let's check our leads. Yeah, okay. It looks like we have to break his statement open. Okay, so we can't present
profiles.
I think just presenting the preliminary report might just be enough.
You'd hope so, but,
There's also this spray paint here.
Yeah?
I'll try
I feel
the
like that might
preliminary
be something,
report.
but go for the preliminary report.
Nope. Okay. So maybe you did. You didn't see anything. You don't know anything about that guy. So whatever happened was after you got your things and left. No,
but he
you left
the
a spray can.
behind.
We already know that's a lie, Noel. You left your spray paint at the scene, still full of paint. I don't think you would have just left that there if you weren't in a hurry. I think something scared you and made you run. So what was it? Did you witness the murder? So what if I left it? That doesn't mean anything, Greenie. It was left there by mistake. By mistake in a trash can? Yeah, so? It happens all the time. Let me explain. So what if I left my spray can there? It happens to the best of us. I was there in the morning anyway, so it must have been in the trash for a while. All I did was the outline and was planning to color it tomorrow. That's why I must have left it before that guy died. Now I have to wait before I finish my newest masterpiece. I'm gonna look over his statement again. Masterpiece. Something's out of place. I'm gonna bet it's the trash day thing.
Garbage day!
Gotcha.
Right off the bat.
That's not possible. Trash pickup was that day, and your spray can should not have been there. Time to bluff him again. They'd pick up the trash at 5 p.m., so the only time you could have been there was right around when he died. That's not true. They weren't there when I was there. So you confess to being there at the time? Oh! I'm not getting involved in your mess. What happened to that guy has nothing to do with me. You little...
Justy, calm down. We won't get anywhere if you get angry.
He clearly knows something. We just need to squeeze it out of him.
We can't force him to talk. Let me try talking to him.
Okay, we got good cop, bad cop.
Listen, Fry, the man who died, he wasn't just some random person. Oh, I see. She's dropped the nickname. He had a family and friends. A lot of people miss him. No matter what we do, he's never coming back. We're trying to find his killer, and we need your help. You're not a bad kid, just a passionate artist with a chip on your shoulder. So, please, no more games. We just want to help.
Fine. I admit it. I was there. That worked? How did she...
So you were there? You saw everything?
Don't get your hopes up. I didn't get involved. Let me explain. So there I was, painting my next masterpiece. Heard a door open in the alleyway, so I scrammed. Well, I ducked around the corner, and when I peeked out, a pair of guys were standing next to my masterpiece. But I saw one of them pull their gun and stay hidden. Then bam! One gunshot. I wasn't about to be next, so I ran away after that. Why didn't you report any of this to the police? We saw a man get shot and you did nothing? I was scared. I mean, you know, I figured someone else would report it. I don't like cops. I wasn't about to sit through all your stupid questions. I'd rather just forget it. Never want to see anything like that again.
Did you at least get a good look at the shooter's face? Anything that can help identify them?
Can't tell you nothing. Too much darkness. They were talking about money or something. Heard something about farm animals too.
And to be clear, did you only hear one gunshot?
Yeah, but there was another sound. No idea what.
Probably
Was
the
it
taser
another
going on.
gunshot? I don't know. I was running for my life. How was I supposed to know? Was it or not? This is very important, Fry. Okay, yes it was. Now lay off me already.
You said you saw two of them. Was there anyone else in the alleyway before you heard the door open?
Nope. It was just me until then. Then our culprit came from inside the store. Oh no, that means my dad could be...
Don't jump to conclusions, Justy. We know there were two people who were in the store with Anton, your dad and Harris.
Alright, hold on. Let me see if I have a picture. Fry, did the culprit look like this? No way. Couldn't be him. He was the one that got shot.
What?
Huh? What did you say? The guy who pulled the gun, he aimed it at a person with a hat just like that.
But Harris is still alive.
Then we have to bring him in. He can tell us what happened. I'm gonna quickly write down what he said and head back.
Maybe we should take a moment to think about this. Go over what Fry said.
But Sophie, we haven't gotten a clue about who the culprit is until now. He's our only lead. We're burning daylight. I need to head back before he leaves.
Not even gonna question. Justy, wait.
Nope. Mr. Newbuck.
Can I help you, ma'am?
There was an eyewitness who claims he saw 2 people walk out of the store last night and into the alleyway.
Okay,
One of those people...
Go ahead.
One of those people pointed a gun at someone with a hat just like yours.
Right, so what I was going to say, we know that there were 2 gunshots, but, I know that I feel like normally you probably would jump on, but obviously, Justina's looking past that, because, she doesn't want her dad to, she wants to get her dad off the hook as soon as possible.
Yeah.
And we have seen that she's, really going in, she's kind of whipping up into a frenzy to solve this case.
Yeah. You're hiding something, Harris. What happened last night?
Witness, you say? You're surprisingly fast when you're in a hurry. Detective, is it true? Someone saw me? It is. An eyewitness who we know isn't lying. What happened last night? Did you kill Anton Chambers? You're barking up the wrong tree, partner. I got nothing else to say. And we have to bring you back to the station for questioning. There we can get you a public defender and continue our conversation.
Finally, we're getting somewhere. Mr. Newbuck, don't tell me you killed Anton.
Paris, please help a partner out. I swear on my mama's grave, I didn't kill no... I don't got money for a lawyer, and you're the only one I know. Please.
I'm not a defense attorney. Why would you want me?
If I have to put my life in someone's hands, I want it to be someone I know.
Detective, can I see the evidence? I suppose it can't hurt. Mr. Newbuck, if I may, I want to take your case. You do? But didn't you just meet him today?
Well, I'll be. You believe I'm innocent?
There's something in the evidence that I want to see for myself. I'll meet you at the station. Now she's her enemy again. Great.
Come on, Justy, that's a good thing. Now Harris doesn't need a public defender. It's also less paperwork for you. There's no time to waste. Let's get back to the station.
To the station, Mobile! Thanks to Fry's help, we finally... That's the Zephyr Mobile! Thanks to Fry's help, we finally started to form what happened that night. But on the way to the station, I kept thinking about what Ferris said. I looked over the evidence again and again, not knowing what she saw. Then when we got back to the station, I gave up and decided to go in head first. Okay.
Alright.
I'm ready to keep going.
Yeah, honestly, I'm willing to do that too. Don't know how much longer I'll be around, but it's no problem for me.
What's up, Detective? You seem lost in thought.
I'm looking over the evidence we collected. You'd best look it over once before getting in. We got a few uphill battles coming up.
We have more than enough evidence to close this case. How hard can this be?
Then answer a key question. Why would Harris Newbuck commit murder?
Because,
If what Small Fry said is right, Anton pulled a gun on Harris. But why would he? And more importantly, why did it lead to murder? Can't shake the feeling that we're missing something.
Okay, now I'm nervous. This would be our first case without Detective Hunt's full support. And if it's not Harris, that only leaves my dad.
Calm down, Justy. You're letting your nerves control you. Your dad's innocent, and Harris knows more than he's letting on.
There's so much we don't know!
Listen, Justy, I'm worried too. I've never had a murder case before. Anton Chambers had a family, one I had to call this morning upon getting the report. I'm scared of letting them down, but I know we can solve this case.
How can you remain so calm? That's too much pressure for me.
Because I have you. It's thanks to you and Red that I solved my first case. We're a team in there, so let's have each other's backs.
Breathe in and out. Breathe in and out. Okay, I think I'm good. Thanks, Sophie. I really needed that.
No problem, partner.
I think that's Sue. Or Red.
Before you two go in, I got something for you.
Yeah, Sue. Okay.
I checked the taser number, and it turns out that the taser is unregistered.
What do you mean unregistered?
Since the taser's unregistered, whoever had it got it illegally. With a real pain, too. Stun Inc. has no idea how a taser could end up on the black market. But I figured it'd be best to let you all know. Thanks for the last-minute help. I was hoping for more information, but it'll have to do. I've been told the autopsy report is nearly done.
What else could be missing?
Not sure, but I'll let you know when it's ready. Hopefully this goes well, and we won't need it by the time we finish. Now let's get this show on the road. Snip, snip. Harris Newbuck, you are here on suspicion of murder. We have an eyewitness stating no one was in the alleyway except Anton and the culprit. How do you plead?
Having looked over your evidence, your eyewitness's account is lacking in detail. Not to mention, he claims that Anton pulled a gun on my client, and was only able to recognize him by a hat. If you want to hold my client here, then I demand more proof.
In that case, Mr. Newbuck, did you walk into the alleyway with Anton Chambers? I keep saying...
Mr. Newbuck, not another word unless needed. Those two will twist your words against you like a snake on a vine.
If you won't let him talk, then explain to us what happened.
Certainly. This will be over before you know it. My client had no reason to leave by the alleyway when the front door was an option. He would have walked out the front door of the store and no one would know. Ash Smith would have already left, leaving Anton and Luna in the back of the store. How Anton Chambers ended up in the alleyway afterwards is beyond me, but it didn't involve my client.
Well, we've got a lot of questions to ask, but...
The side door was closer to the exit. Maybe he thought it was faster.
But he entered by the front door, so he would likely leave by the same door.
Maybe he wanted fresh air. He was inside the building the whole time.
But the alleyway is filled with trash. There's better air in front of the store at the park.
This debate is just going in circles. I better drop this and move on.
I noticed that most of the time the pressing isn't really necessary, but sometimes it... I don't know if it's been helpful, but, like, I don't mind it.
I think it's just for flavor text, and that's fine.
Yeah.
And why would no one notice?
Simple. Your dad left first and no one was at the front of the store. Luna was in the break room cleaning up and Anton isn't around anymore to tell us where he was. That leaves you without any options.
That does cover everyone. How else can I prove that he went out the side door? And why couldn't Harris just leave by the front of the store and then enter the alleyway?
Your witness said both people entered the alleyway from the side door. If you're taking everything your witness said, then why didn't he mention someone coming in from the streets?
That's true. I can't just cherry pick whatever we want from Fi's statement. There's a possibility they talked and Harris asked Anton to go into the alleyway.
So, are you saying my client set this up to murder him?
Well, maybe.
Maybe won't cut it. If you want to hold my client here, then you will need something stronger than maybe.
She's right. I'll stick with the facts before I start accusing Harris of anything.
I think it's pretty clear. Last statement and Luna's account.
Yeah. Wrong button.
The ghost!
A ghost of Yankee Jim!
Yeah. Okay,
by the computer.
just want to make sure.
Oh,
Oh, nope, that isn't it. That isn't true at all. I got the proof right here.
that evidence is worthless as gum on a boot heel.
I see. Getting it wrong is bad enough, but when he says it like that, it stings. I'll try again.
Somebody's poisoned the water hole.
It's over, Commander Fistfight! I've poisoned the water supply!
Actually, since you've poisoned the water supply, we noticed that the city's filtration system was severely outdated, and the funding that was supposed to be for the filtration system was being embezzled by a group of corrupt city officials. So you've helped us clear up a massive corruption scandal.
Ah, whatever, take this!
You fixed my shoulder.
God damn it!
Anyway.
What
were you going to present?
I completely lost track, I'll be honest.
Walked out the front of the store. That could be Luna's statement then. Or, no, wait, no.
Luna's statement is about something completely different, which is odd.
That is... yeah.
I'm a bit confused. Okay, sound was reduced in the workshop, and no sound from the front of the store can be heard in the break room.
So, yeah. Do we know where Anton was at the time? Like, before they started talking by the computer, even though we don't know where that is. But what about the camera?
The camera... Oh, yeah! He could have walked out the front of the door of the store and no one would know. The camera would know. That's a good point, actually.
Unless he... I mean, and even then, like, Luna probably would have mentioned it.
Mrs. Eubank, you say that no one would have noticed, but we don't need a person. The camera at the front of the store would have recorded him. Meaning, we can prove Harris left by the front door.
I expected nothing less from you two, but there is one flaw with what you said. The camera footage was deleted after the pot broke, so anyone leaving by the front door afterwards wouldn't be recorded.
But Harris claims he left as soon as the deal was done.
I'm aware, but what I believe happened is simple. My client left by the alleyway, but Anton left by the front entrance. Looking over the witness statement, the only recognizable feature was Harris's hat. If you conclude that Harris was there, the unknown person could be anyone. And I have an extra bit of proof that Anton left by the front door.
Quite the twist. Do tell. With Sophie here.
Do you remember the metal detector? The alarm went off twice from sensing a weapon. We know it went off once when Anton entered the store. Ash confirms this. However, he never heard the second alarm. But we know that Ash left before even Harris left. So the answer is simple. The second one happened as Anton left the store when Luna was the only person there. She didn't hear it because she's deaf.
Damn it, Phoenix Wright.
God damn it. Oh, we're facing Phoenix Wright. This is the nightmare. Then who did Harris meet?
I'm getting a call.
Questions that don't involve holding my client here. And need I remind you, you don't have proof that he was even there. Just to claim that someone with a hat like my client's was there. Maybe if you hadn't rushed to bring my client in so quickly, you would have noticed this sooner.
Sorry about that.
No, you're good.
She's right. We need a better reason to hold him here.
I may have been in a bit of a rush, but there are too many loose threads here. Detective, what can we do?
Mrs. Eubank's theory requires that both Harris and Anton weren't in the same room together. So let's start there. Mr. Newbuck, can you tell us what happened after the deal was settled? Yes, ma'am. As y'all know, Anton and I never met till last night. As far as I knew, he was just some fancy-pants businessman, nothing more. I've never been one for small talk, so I left after the meeting.
My client had already won the bid. He had no motive to stay and talk with Anton. If Anton wanted to protest the bid, he would have gone straight to Luna.
Okay, well, I think
And
this
not
one's
only
pretty
that,
simple.
like, I mean, also the fact that this happens in like a week means that the motive is considerably reduced. Like, if it was several months, maybe, but
Yeah.
you still need more to understand it.
So you never met him before, in person or online?
No, ma'am. I wasn't ever in spitting range of him before last night.
That's quite a colorful way of putting it.
We couldn't find any connections between Anton and Harris. Truth be told, we
Oh,
had
wait,
trouble
wait,
finding...
that's Sophie.
Oh, my bad.
What?
I thought that was her, because...
That's weird. Is that a bug?
I don't know.
Truth be told, we had trouble finding much info on Harris beyond the last few years.
I think it's safe to say they only met
Maybe
last
that
night.
is Ferris.
Mr. Newbuck, please continue.
Didn't Luna tell you about a second buyer before last night? Wouldn't you want to know more about him before meeting him?
No, ma'am. Didn't think it was needed. I have more charm than a rabbit on a moonlit night. That's all I needed. With a smile like yours, I'm sure you can swoon all the lassies.
Is this really what it takes to win a girl's heart? I don't see the appeal.
I've never been one for small. Yeah.
You already said that. And where'd you go after the meeting?
I went home for a well-earned victory. I finally had the place of my dreams. Another small celebration for a job well done. Friends and family were there.
If you need to verify what he said, I'm sure you can contact anyone at his party. And it makes sense for him to leave the store immediately.
And what if Anton wanted to speak with him? He did lose the bid after all. Maybe convince Harris to drop his offer so he could get the store.
Mr. Newbuck, would anything Mr. Chambers say convince you to give up the bid?
No, ma'am. Not even a blizzard colder than a politician's shoulder after election season could stop me. Wow.
Damn!
There you have it. Harris had no reason to speak to him. And if Anton wanted to change the results of the bid...
And why would he try and convince Luna only after the bidding ended?
Luna didn't officially have...
That was a bad voice crack.
Luna didn't officially have the store until her birthday. There was still time to change her mind. And if she was able to change her mind, Harris couldn't stop her.
That would make sense, but we know he didn't, so why?
As y'all know, Anton and I never met till last night.
You already said all this. Okay, I think it's gonna be this, and it's gonna be Luna's statement. Nope. Okay. That isn't true at all. I got the proof right here. You already said that. Okay. All right.
There's a snake in my boot.
There was a snake in my boot. Maybe it would be this.
Maybe it's this.
Yep. Okay. That's not completely true. There was one thing that happened before you left. Luna says that she saw you and Anton talking around the computer. That's quite the detail to leave out.
I did see that Luna claimed to have seen them. But with all due respect, she didn't hear anything they said. And she didn't see them walk outside together.
What they said isn't what I'm interested in. Mr. Newbuck, why were you talking to Anton near the computer? Ooh, clever. Perceptive. We had a gentleman's talk, nothing more.
That got him defensive. Looks like we made some progress. If you won't tell us anything, then we'll have to answer it ourselves.
Now you're full of hogwash. How can you prove such a thing? Well, get on with it then, little feller.
Then I will. Here is why you were talking to Anton by the computer. Probably the newspaper, if I had to guess. Or the store contract.
Yeah.
That's not it. Computer's the key. It would have to be something that requires them to use the computer.
Camera, security, the detector, the camera maybe?
It could be the camera. Yeah, I'd say it'd probably have to be the camera. I don't know why, but... Nope. It would have to be something that requires them to use the computer.
I mean, the contract, I guess, isn't impossible, but,
Okay, no. Okay,
Security detector?
I'm not sure why, though.
The security well, in order to get the log for the security detector, Luna had to use the computer.
Nope.
Oh.
I mean, it might be this, but this is kind of a stretch.
Yeah, I think we need, like, some hard evidence here. Break room walls. What about the walls?
The break room walls?
Yeah.
Sound was... Oh! That would have required them to use the computer, so they... Maybe? No? Huh. I'm gonna try Hunt's statement. It's probably not gonna work, though. We might go through every piece of evidence without getting it. That's... oh, no.
Yeah.
The flash drive?
Oh, the flash drive. No.
Okay, maybe I have to present the gun.
Then. The actual gun, then.
Yep, okay.
Random bullshit, go!
Random bullshit, go! The flash drive. Anton would need the computer to show Harris. There was something on it that he wanted you to see. Something you want to hide.
Mr. Newbeck, is there something you'd like to tell us?
My client has no need to answer that question.
So, I noticed, I don't know if you noticed, but I was watching, like, clips of Paper Perjury, like, very quickly. Whenever Ferris does her little canteen slam, a drop of tea leaks from her teacup and lands back in the cup. I just noticed that.
Oh my god. But if Luna saw him with Anton, Harris was the last person to see Anton alive.
He's right. If he truly is innocent, then his account of seeing Anton is important to solving this case. We need Harris's statement. Fine, but I'll make it quick. Quicker than a barefoot jackrabbit on a hot, greasy griddle in the middle of August with...
Okay.
Anton called me over to congratulate me on winning the bid. He was moved by my speech on being able to become a small business owner.
Yeah, sure. Sure, bud.
He said Eubank Investments was going to withdraw from buying the store. The computer just happened to be there. Ain't got nothing to do with this.
And was there anything suspicious about him?
Nothing suspicious. Gave me a gentleman's handshake and everything.
What's a gentleman's handshake?
A handshake used by men to seal a contract, agreement, or deal. I take it you mean to say he accepted your win? Yes, ma'am. And you want to know why?
What did you say that moved him?
It was simple, really. It went something like this. Ever since I was a lad, my ma and pa worked tirelessly for our family. Woke up at the crack of dawn just to make enough.
I think I get the picture. Let's move on. And he was being honest about withdrawing?
He was as true as the morning sun.
Guess there isn't much else to say. Was that computer used at all that night?
Anton had some fancy data to show us. It all kind of flew over my head. Of course, none of which could win him the bidding. That was the only time we used the computer that night.
I can't exactly disprove that. I've got to find another flaw in his story.
Okay.
I think it could be the store contract, maybe? Because Luna could cancel the contract. I know, it's kind of a stretch, but I don't know what else to do here.
Well, let's think over it a little more. Withdraw from buying the store. Move their place.
And Justina said we probably shouldn't dispute this statement because there's nothing to disprove here, so it's got to be one of these three.
Yeah. I don't know if Luna being deaf is going to be something could like disprove the speech. I don't think that's it. I mean, I think he'd still give it regardless. So. That could be something. Strong arm someone, but it's not quite enough. I don't know if it's substantial enough.
Well, I think it might be worth a try, because Anton could have planned to strong-arm Big Hen to get the building for him. So technically, when he said that they were going to withdraw, he wasn't lying. That someone else was going to get it for him. It's a bit of a stretch, but it's correct.
Oh, wow.
Your portrayal of Anton Chambers doesn't line up with the facts. Detective Hunt has been looking into Anton and found out that he's been strong-arming business owners into selling to him. And one of the stores he was targeting was Nickel and Diamonds Antiques. Okay, so I think it's the right evidence, wrong reasoning. Even if you...
Sorry, go ahead.
No, you go ahead.
I think, to be honest, I was also thinking, I was also going a little bit off of Justina's actions recently and how she would probably be grasping at anything.
Yeah. Even if he lost the bid, he fully intended to get the store.
Yubang Investments has a long history of being an upfront and just company. Accusing the former president of such actions is slander.
Red's willing to stake his career on this. If he says it's true, I'll stake this case on it. There's someone with the codename of BIGHEN who was aiming to strong-arm. Anton would have used any means necessary to get this store.
Then tell me who! Who is this BIGHEN? H-E-N. And I want evidence to back it up.
There's no backing out now. If we want to back up our theory, I have to figure out what the code name means. There's only 4 options to choose from. Luna Hart. She's the deciding factor in this. Do I have any evidence to prove she's Big Hen? Ash Smith. My dad may not have been the owner, but he has a lot of influence. Harris Newbuck. He was his only competition for the store. Do I have any evidence to prove? Justina Smith. Could he have known about my connection to the store? Do I have any evidence to prove I'm Big Hen?
I wonder if there's unique dialogue for that. Just present her ID for it.
Okay, alright. No, I don't think that's right.
Press. They'd probably have to resort to more ruthless tactics, although that's still more circumstantial.
Yeah.
The store contract also, it's possible Luna is the common denominator here because of the contract.
I'll try that.
feel like it's going to be either Luna or Harris.
Ah! Okay, I know what it is. Alright, I just figured it out. Okay, so, the newspaper. B-I-G.
Oh!
Big. H-E-N. Harris Newbeck. His middle name is E.
Harris what? Harris Eden? Harris Eden Newbuck. Oh. Okay.
That one was a bit of a brain twister, but...
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Oh.
Okay.
See if the newspaper's still crossed out. I feel like the problem is that it's more of a puzzle and not a, it's not like proof. It's a good try,
Yeah. It also wouldn't really make sense for Anton to strong-arm Harris, I guess, considering their competition. I mean, it might make sense, but...
Well, it does, because if Harris backs out, then suddenly Anton's the only person with a bid left.
You can try the store contract here. Oh, yeah, Harris Eden Newbook. It's right there.
Yeah.
I didn't even realize. Okay, all right. Mr. Newbuck, can you please tell us your full name?
Harris Eden Newbuck. Eden is my pa's first name.
Thank you, Mr. Newbuck. Or should I say, Hen? What? Are you saying that Anton... Yes, Anton didn't talk to Harris to congratulate him. He was going to muscle him out of the deal.
Hush your mouth. Your store got a hole bigger than dog eyes during a buffet. His code was Big Hen, and all you did was explain the ending part.
He's right. What does big mean? That's half the code name.
This might be a shot in the dark, but I have to pick something. Then I'll explain it. Here's what big stands for. I'm actually kind of glad I actually called that. Mr. Newbuck, can you please tell us your full name?
I already told you. It's Harris Eden Newbuck.
Is he the
Want me to
escapee?
say it again?
Is he the escapee? Are you sure that's...
Is he actually?
Is he the fucking escapee?
Oh my god.
Are you sure that's your name? Does Ben Ivan Gull ring a bell to you?
Where did you... According to the news, Ben Ivan Gull escaped from prison almost 5 years ago. Soon he'll be declared dead if someone tips off the authorities about where to find him. That could be very bad.
Are you claiming that Harris has been faking his identity for the past 5 years?
All we need to do is test his fingerprints to match what the police have on record for Ben Ivan Gull. Now, Mr. Newbuck, will you comply with our investigation? You're going to find out anyway. My name is Ben Ivan Gull. I did escape from Azure City Penitentiary. What?
Oh my god.
I was born and raised in the Sunrise District. Everything from my past to my accent was all lies. I was placed in jail 14 years ago when I was caught holding the goods from a robbery gone wrong. A co-robber shot and nearly killed a police officer. Once they only caught me, they charged me for the shooting. My sentence was 30 years to life. During that time, I became a prison barber. It was like I truly found my calling in life. By the time I'd be free, if I'm lucky, most of my life would have gone by. With some connections and some luck, I managed to escape. Had to change my life and start from scratch, but it was worth it. Did some small job haircuts here and there, and finally made a name for myself. That's how I met Sol. When he passed away, and tried to get the store he talked so highly about. To my shock, I won the bid, just as I was about to leave.
Mr. Newbuck, before you leave, may I have a moment?
I reckon I got a moment to spare.
A moment is all I need, Mr. Newbuck. Or should I call you Mr. Go?
Did you say...
I'm not one to waste time, so please take a look at this computer. You wouldn't want this information to get in the hands of police now, would you?
What do you want, partner?
Oh shit! Oh god! Oh god! Oh god!
The hell happened there?
I accidentally clicked the skip button. Hold on.
So, head back. Just click the back button a ton.
Okay, that's my bad. I'm gonna make a save. It's probably a good idea. Glad there's a back button.
Oh, nothing much. Just for you to drop your bid and let me buy the store.
How about we talk outside? Get some fresh air.
Fine by me.
That's how we ended up outside. You know we have to ask, what happened in the alleyway? I begged him, anything but that. I needed the store. But he refused. Kept trying and trying. That's when he pulled his gun.
But why did he pull his gun? Did you provoke him?
He was trying to intimidate me! Wanted to show that he had my life in his hands. Then aimed his gun upwards and fired. Claimed it was a warning shot. Oh, that's why there was only one gunshot. For Fry.
Ah.
For Fry's testimony. After he fired, Anton looked towards the alleyway entrance. I think he saw something. Then there was a loud sound, and I ran off while he was distracted. A loud sound? What was it? I don't know. I was too busy trying to escape. He was going to fire one shot, he might have fired more. I swear, I didn't kill him. I don't know how he died.
Harris, you were the last person to see him alive. Do you expect us to believe that? My client only wanted to hide his past. He had no motive to kill Anton Chambers. Anton knowing his secrets is exactly the motive we need. Kill Anton and his secret doesn't get out.
Then how did I do it? What did I use to shoot him? We still don't know anything about the murder weapon, aside from it likely being a gun. And let me explain why it couldn't have been me. Damn, this case is taking a turn.
Yeah. Having a freaking prison escapee.
Not only that, the irony of this cowboy guy, like, not having a gun. And what's more, like, it also explains why he was playing up the bit so much with all his random sayings.
Yeah.
The only thing I've confessed to is being blackmailed by Anton Chambers. I don't even own a gun to shoot him with. Even if I did own a gun, no one saw me with one. Ask Ash and Luna, they were there the whole time. If they didn't see me with one, then there's no way to prove I came in with one.
The metal detector went off twice, right?
Yep, metal detector going off twice, and also, Fry stating the guy in the hat, pulled a gun.
No. Fry said that, someone pulled a gun on the guy with the hat.
Oh, right. Yeah, I don't know why I got that backwards.
Detective, what are we supposed to do with him now that we know he's an escaped criminal?
We don't technically know for a fact he's Ben Gold, and catching an escaped prisoner isn't what we're here for. We have a case to solve first, and that means we can worry about that later. Mr. Newbuck, please continue.
Detective, is there any way to check that?
I can tell you that Harris Newbuck has no guns registered under his name. But I can't say if a Ben Ivan Gold has any guns under his name. So if we want to prove he has a gun, we need to prove he had one on him that night.
That's certainly a lot harder to do. Better look at my evidence again just in case. How do we know you didn't hide one the whole time?
As a reminder, it's on you two to prove he had one. He doesn't have to prove a negative.
What does math have to do with this?
Proving a negative, a logical fallacy about establishing the non-existence of something. This is why every criminal suspect is innocent until proven guilty. So until we have proof, we have to assume he didn't hide one.
Detective, did Luna or Ash tell you he had a gun?
Don't recall them mentioning that. If they mentioned that, we could have brought him in for questioning sooner.
Anton was seen with a gun because he wanted everyone to know that he had one. He was a bit of a show-off.
Check out my strap. So as of now, there are no records of anyone saying Harris was carrying one.
I have an idea. What if he did have a gun, but he didn't bring it with him? Keep the gun in the alleyway and use it to shoot Anton when they went outside? That way, no one would see him with a gun inside the store.
Except Anton wouldn't... Okay, but like, the problem with that one is... I know it's an obvious grasp at straws thing, but... Like, Anton is the one who asked him to, like, come outside to the alleyway, right?
Yes. Well, actually, no. Newbuck was the one who asked.
Like, he had no reason to, like, keep it there originally. Like, he couldn't have... I don't think he could have suspected Anton would have actually dug up any dirt on him. Like, clearly he wasn't suspecting it.
Yeah.
And where did he keep said gun? Why didn't anyone find it? Your witness even says he was in the alleyway during the meeting. What would happen if he found it? Detective, I request this theory be thrown out. It was proposed without any thought.
I agree. Our case needs to be built on fact, and we don't have any evidence supporting this.
You miss every shot you don't take. Better try something else.
Okay. I think it's pretty clear it's the metal detector.
There is a way to know if you had a gun when you came into the store. The metal detector. It went off twice last night.
But we already know why. It's when Anton entered and left. What? But you just told us that he walked out the alleyway with you. How could he have triggered the alarm twice? Neither Luna nor Ash carry any guns, so it couldn't be them.
Then how come Ash only heard it once?
I need to answer this. There can only be one reason my dad didn't hear anything. I know why. Here's the only way Ash didn't hear the second alarm in the store. So he was busy being in the break room, giving Luna the keys.
Yep.
He was in the break room at the time. It's soundproof enough that the alarm wouldn't travel there.
And what proof do you have that he was there?
We can ask Luna and Ash where they were when Harris arrived, but when they confirm that, then we would know that Harris had brought a gun with him. He killed Anton in the alleyway and left his body there overnight.
I keep telling you, I didn't kill nobody.
Mr. Newbuck, don't let her provoke you.
I can't believe you're still defending him. He's clearly hiding something and we all know it.
I'm defending him to find the murderer. In case you forgot, being in the alleyway isn't proof of murder.
He killed your friend, got my dad as a suspect of murder, and you still defend him? You're acting no differently than you did the last 2 times.
Justina, take a walk outside with me. Now. Mind telling me what happened?
Sorry.
Sorry isn't good enough. What happened? She's getting serious.
I got carried away. I shouldn't have gotten angry.
Anger aside, you can't attack the lawyer. Mrs. Eubank is doing her job, and what you said crossed the line. I need you to act like a professional.
I'll be professional.
Listen, I get that this case is more personal than our previous cases together. I want you to stay, but one more outburst like that and I will remove you.
I understand. I'm sorry.
If you want to apologize, do so to the 2 inside. Alright. You calm enough to go back inside?
Yeah, I am. Thanks, Sophie.
Like I said, we're partners in there. I expect you to do the same if I act that way. Let's get back in there. Hold on, before you go.
Miss Earl, did something happen?
Before you two go back in there,
There must be something I'm missing.
Oh?
are we about to play as Ferris?
Oh?
They haven't proved Harris is the culprit, so there's a hole in their theory. But if he... No, Ferris, I can't give up on him. Doing so is what the true culprit wants.
Mrs. Eubank?
Oh, sorry, I was just thinking to myself. But we should be able to get you out of here soon.
There's something you should know.
Best not to say it here, the walls have ears. What matters is you haven't killed anyone. As long as that's true, I will get you out of here.
But if I did, like, not directly, but by, Sorry for the interruption. My partner just needed a moment to calm down. As for this interrogation, we contacted Luna and Ash at the store. They mentioned that Anton arrived first and was escorted to the break room. And when you arrived, only Luna was there to greet you. As it stands, my partner's theory still holds up.
But Luna is deaf and couldn't hear it, meaning only my client can confirm if he did or didn't hear it. And right now, he is not going to answer that. I can't let him answer that, not until I figure out what happened.
Detective, I know I lost my temper before, but give me another chance. I think I've got it.
Go ahead.
Now's the time to go on the offense. Find a flaw in a story and then smash it like a teapot.
What?
Oh my gosh, this is what?
What? Excuse me? This is weird. Our witness saw Anton and Harris...
Experience.
I'm disassociating. Our witness saw Anton and Harris in the alleyway around 7 p.m. Sunday night. They moved close to the small trash can and graffiti to talk about Harris dropping the bid. Anton pulled his gun on Harris as a means to threaten him. When our witness got scared and ran off, Harris pulled his gun out and shot Anton twice. After shooting him in the alleyway, Harris left the body there until my dad found it this morning.
How do you know the time exactly?
That's when the meeting ended. Both my dad and Luna were there. The meeting started at 6:30 p.m. and ended at 7 p.m. that night.
Give or take a few minutes based on how long it took before my client entered the alleyway. Unless I can prove the time is wrong, I can't completely disagree with that.
I'm still floored.
Yeah, I know. This is... I'm disassociating.
And why would the witness remember such a spot?
Because the witness made the graffiti and thought they were going to ruin it. If Anton didn't pull out his gun, he might have tried to yell at them to leave. Once guns were involved, he remained hidden to avoid getting shot.
So the witness is a graffiti artist. If they cared that much about their work, I doubt they would mistake it. Better keep that in mind. How do you know they saw it?
Everyone knows what a gun is. The shape can't be mistaken.
But they only saw it for a moment, right?
Well, yeah, if the witness kept looking at them, the culprit might have looked back. But they clearly didn't see a finger gun being pointed.
Don't move or we'll shoot you with our invisible guns.
So I only saw Anton pull a gun, but not Harris. If he didn't see Harris pull his own gun out, then that's good for our case. If Mr. Chambers was shot once, why shoot him again?
The shot in the abdomen wouldn't be lethal, so if he was shot there first, a second to the heart would be lethal.
So why not just shoot the heart first?
I don't know.
Shooting one bullet is risky enough. Why risk a second one? If Harris needed to get away, an abdomen shot would have been enough. Question we can answer later. Better get Harris off the hook first. Why would he leave the body there? Wouldn't he want to hide the body?
Between his missing wallet and keys, this was clearly staged to be a robbery. He wanted us to find the body and go on a wild goose chase for the true culprit.
Don't cry in my ear and tell me it's raining. I knew nothing about all this robbery nonsense till today.
He's so angry he put his accent back on. But why would the culprit stage a robbery? This case is getting more and more suspicious.
But the evidence hasn't changed.
Well, weird how we still have her ID, but...
Yeah.
Hmm.
It, I present the police clerk's own ID as evidence.
Found near the small trash can. Can we talk about the confetti though?
That could be the case. Like if it's a taser that was obtained illegally, then maybe that's what he had with him. So he stunned. So once he saw that Anton was packing heat, he didn't know that that was the only bullet he had. So he pulled out the taser, used it on him to stun him, and then broke off.
And then someone else shot him later, it seems.
Yeah, that's what I think happened.
Oh, that smile.
Here's the proof my client is innocent.
I don't think that works here. Are you sure you picked the right one?
You're right, Detective. Let me grab the right one. Calm down, Ferris. Your client will be fine. I just have to look over the evidence and pick the right one.
Harris pulled his gun out and shot Anton twice.
I think this one. Let's see if the confetti's crossed out, but the taser is not. Okay, nope.
Maybe the last. See what the last statement is.
I kind of forgot what it was. Shooting in the alleyway. Harris left the body there until my dad found it this morning.
In the middle of the alleyway.
I guess we can talk about the two.
Would she even know about the taser?
Does Ferris know about the taser? I don't think so.
I don't think she would. I don't want to I know it's a nitpick, but I mean, and granted, she did she knows of all the evidence that we had prior to arriving at the station, but she wouldn't have known about the taser.
Yeah, because the taser is something that
She
we
would
got.
know about the confetti though, so she wouldn't know that it was obtained illegally.
I think we have to talk about the puncture wounds. That's weird. It's weird. We haven't discussed it yet. Nope.
She looks so happy. At least being wrong allows it. At least us getting wrong means we get to see that sprite again.
Yeah.
Oh, Anton's gun. It only had a single bullet in it. No, wait, no.
No, that does that. Sadly,
Yeah,
that does not work.
Sorry, I shot through to thinking that he just took it off him.
Yeah.
Doesn't own any guns.
Yeah.
Would that be enough though?
I think. I think it might. It might. We'll have to see. No. I thought of something, but then it left my brain. Let's see. He wouldn't let anyone touch his gun. But that's not really relevant. You got any ideas?
He heard but didn't see a gunshot. He only saw one gun. He only heard one gunshot happen. So, like, I mean, then we're getting into the state of, well, did the gun have a silencer on it?
Well, that's what Justine is claiming here, is that Fry ran off before he could hear the other gunshots.
Okay, yeah.
Okay, it seems like this one is actually difficult. Okay, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. Oh, here's the other thing about what Luna saw, talking about the shadow.
Oh yeah. We forgot about the ghost.
Of Yankee Jim?
Yep. Is that something? Maybe that's something? I don't know.
Well, I feel like maybe Luna would have seen that, right?
How would she have seen it? And
Well,
seen what, also? She saw them talking by the computer.
saw the shadow of a person in the alleyway.
And they were standing, right?
Yes.
This really is Ace Attorney now.
Yep, we're actually having to think.
Well, not only that, we keep getting it wrong, and the music doesn't stop.
I mean, at least we don't get penalized here, I guess. It's completely random, but I don't know.
The contents of both the large dumpster and the small can were collected. Trash day was yesterday. No, that doesn't matter. Yeah, that doesn't matter, I don't think.
I mean, we can just try it, I guess. See what happens. Nope.
Is the taser still crossed out?
Let's see.
If it's
On that one,
crossed out
it
on
is.
all of them, then it's not the answer.
Yeah, it looks like it is. But that's probably because Ferris doesn't actually know anything about it.
Yeah. And, you know, like I understand, like, you know, I mean, I don't know. I don't even know if there's been like that much of a. I think there was like one time where the evidence got reorganized, but even then, it barely changed at all.
Yeah.
So I can like understand, you know, simple oversight. As much as it would have been like funny to maybe have Ferris with her, to show Ferris's ID card, and maybe her attorney's badge and even her frickin' canteen and bandolier.
Missed opportunities.
What?
It's missed opportunities.
One bullet in his gun.
At this point, it might just have to be random bullshit go.
What's the wallet? What about the wallet?
The wallet
I keep
says...
skipping over that.
Contains no money, his car keys are missing, and the only thing inside is a parking ticket for Yoon Bank investments dated for yesterday.
No, that doesn't seem relevant.
I mean... It's the question of, like, what happened to the wallet? I guess
Well, we
what
know
they're
what happened
claiming...
to the wallet. It got
Yeah, I
stolen
know.
from his body and dumped in the park.
Yeah, I know, but is that what they're claiming? I guess
No.
it is. Okay. Yeah, I've run out of steam, I think.
Yeah. Well, let's go over the statements and just try and narrow it down at least. That might be something. 7 p.m. Sunday night. The time might be. The time might be something. Maybe.
I believe Ferris said that she can't really disprove that.
Yeah.
I don't think that really matters.
Statement 3 is probably fine.
Yeah.
Statement 4 is probably the clincher, though, or Statement 5.
After shooting him in the alleyway.
Statement 4's gotta be it.
4?
Yeah, because that's like the main accusation. Claims he heard but didn't see a gunshot. Yeah.
Nope. Okay.
It's a shame. Like I feel convinced that like I know what happened. I just don't know how to get to the next step. You know?
Yeah. I think this happening was kind of inevitable. This sometimes happens in Ace Attorney games, where you know where it's going, you just don't know how to get there.
Yeah. I wouldn't have heard it. What was Luna's statement? Talking by the computer before they left. Now that makes sense. For some reason, I'm thinking that, like, no, instead of the taser, he just sprayed him in the face with spray paint, but they would have noticed that on the body, surely.
Yeah.
Unless that's been left out of the autopsy.
I'm gonna try something random. I'm gonna try this spray paint here. Nope. Okay, That's correct. something related, like... Just, I mean, this is accurate. It's just, I don't know what else to try.
Yeah.
Really?
Oh,
Okay, let's see. Hey, Ferris. Only one person can call me Justy, and it's not you.
Sorry, Justy, but you weren't paying attention.
Hey, that's Detective Swift's nickname for me.
I'll allow it. It's too good of a nickname to keep to myself. What's wrong with her theory?
Remember the crime scene from this morning? The body was found in the center of...
That's a small difference, I think. That's
Yeah.
a very small difference.
But maybe enough to, like... Yeah, I mean, I remembered having a similar problem with, like, one of the cross-examinations in Attorney of the Arcane. The whole AM/PM thing.
I can't remember what you're talking about, but...
It was from the second case, but whatever.
Okay.
Anyway, let's move on.
The body was found in the center of the alleyway, not near the graffiti.
Oh, I see. If Anton was shot and fell, his body would have been where our witness saw them.
Exactly. That's why Justina's theory doesn't work.
But he could have shot Anton and moved the body. What matters is that he shot him.
And what reason would he have? As far as he knew, no one was around. And if he wanted to hide the body, he would have pushed it into the dumpster. In fact, I think there's something else that happened by the art and small trash can that would help explain this.
There we go.
Okay.
And go ahead.
Here's what will tell us what happened next to the art and small trash can.
I do think the confetti could have worked there. I just don't know where.
Yeah.
Oh,
Confetti! You found some next to the trash can, right?
yeah? So?
On its own, it doesn't mean anything. But when you combine it with this evidence, the confetti gives a whole new meaning.
The puncture wounds, right?
I guess she does know about the taser.
The walls have ears, after all.
We know exactly what happened. A taser was used in this exact spot your witness saw my client and Anton.
Okay, well, I guess the point is that she knows that there's a taser gun involved. I guess that's what the point is.
Yeah, she had to know that. Yeah, like the fact that I think what she wouldn't have known is that the taser was unregistered.
Yeah, that's the point.
But that doesn't show that Anton was hit with a taser, just that one was used. How do you know it was used on him?
Puncture wounds.
The answer was with us from the start. Here's how we know a taser was used on him. According to the preliminary report, 2 puncture wounds were found on his chest, which I'd bet money matches the taser. All we need now is the autopsy report to confirm that.
No, nailed it!
And once it's confirmed, then that will prove Harris didn't bring a gun.
How does a taser prove that?
Because my client will admit to triggering the detectives at the front of the store.
I will?
He will?
But doesn't that...
The detective was triggered twice. Once from Anton's gun, and once by the taser Harris was holding. It might not be a gun, but its shape will cause it to trigger.
We never tested it on gun-shaped items before.
Well, Harris, do you confess to it?
Yes, I did bring the taser. I can bring it in if needed. Why would you have a taser? After escaping prison, I needed something to defend myself. You never know when someone will figure out my past and try to turn me in. Getting a taser off the black market was my best bet. Ownership of an unregistered taser is illegal. But let's worry about that later.
Sorry, Harris. It was the only way.
Yep,
Now that
plea
we've
bargain.
settled that, I request that my client be let go.
Were you gonna say something?
Well, I mean, basically what she's just done is, basically, it's not exactly the same as, like, taking a plea bargain for a reduced sentence, but it's very similar.
She just gave him a way out for a lesser sentence.
Yeah.
He didn't bring a gun, therefore he couldn't have killed Anton.
Sorry, but we can't do that. While we were outside, we also got news from Sue.
Oh yeah, that!
Yeah, we didn't get to hear that. We got the autopsy report. It's not complete, but there is one detail that matters here. He was killed with his own gun.
Wait, what? Wait, hold on.
What? Then that means...
Anyone with Anton's gun could kill him. Okay, so... I mean, I assume that Anton would have kept, I guess Anton would have kept, more than just one bullet on him, but only keep one loaded.
Perhaps.
And if he was stunned by Harris's taser, Harris could have taken the gun and finished the job. I'll update the report for you.
Oh my god. The fucking updated autopsy report. The fucking updated autopsy report. Fuck you.
What did I do? I just admitted my client carried a taser and all he did was dig his own grave. Now he's good as caught. All thanks to me. All that evidence I presented was a waste. Annie was right to hate me. Everything she said was true. I'm sorry, Harris. I failed you.
Most public defenders don't give their clients much time of day. Oftentimes they're overworked and underpaid. How can they be expected to provide a good defense under those conditions? You fought for them better than anyone else could have.
Yeah, it seems like Sophie is the heart of this game.
Yeah?
Sophie is right. I did fight for them. I told Harris that I believed in him, and I still do. I'm not giving up now, not until I'm out of options. I'm out of evidence, but I can attempt a gambit.
A bluff?
A bluff, you say?
That would be a clever trap, except that it helps prove my client is innocent.
It does? I don't see anything.
I'll explain, but first tell me. How do you know my client did that?
Simple. I'll give you the rundown with the new information.
Thank the gods that worked. Now the hard part, finding a flaw before they notice I was bluffing.
To set the scene, Anton had pulled his gun on Harris. When Harris had the chance, he tased Anton. Anton then fell to the ground, which gave Harris time to steal his gun. That's when Harris shot Anton twice with his own gun. Once he finished, he ran off with Anton's wallet, keys, gun, and flash trap.
This one's pretty simple, I think.
Yeah.
But I have to get to it first.
As a reminder, my client said that Anton only fired a warning shot to threaten him.
And where is that bullet?
If Anton did fire it upwards, then based on the height of the buildings, the strength of the gun, and the location, finding such a bullet could be impossible.
There's too much ground to cover to find a single bullet. Best to depend on what we already know to solve this case. Anton was only trying to intimidate my client. There was never a reason to tase him.
If someone pointed a gun at me, even if they weren't going to fire, I would still be scared. It must have been a life or death reaction.
It was. That's all I did. I only wanted to keep my life, not take his.
I believe you, Harris. That's why I'll prove that you're innocent. No, I just have to figure out how. And why would my client do that? If he wanted to kill him, couldn't he have taken his gun earlier?
In case you forgot, you told us earlier that Anton doesn't allow anyone to get close to his gun. So how could someone take it aside from stunning him?
I don't have an answer yet. How could someone do it? Perhaps I should rethink this case from the ground up. What's something we would all have taken for granted?
That the gun would have been fully loaded, yeah, but, well, we'll keep going.
But one shot would have been enough. Why fire a second one?
It could have been a mistake. You could have been too scared to think properly.
Too scared to think properly, but still able to grab his taser. I don't buy that, but I can't disprove it. I'll move on. His keys were missing. What about his car?
We couldn't find Mr. Chambers' car, so we believe it was stolen.
Then there was a flaw in your theory. My client drove his car to the store. How could he drive that and another car?
I know. Drive one car, take the bus back, and then drive the other.
Or
Perfect way to make sure
cars
both
at the
cars
same
are
time
moved.
and then die because you can't put on your seatbelt.
If the culprit did take his keys, they would have to know how to drive a stick shift. Another mystery to add to the pile.
Ooh.
Okay, I think it's gonna be her own statement, which...
Yes.
Detective, I think you're forgetting what I told you today. Anton only carries one bullet in his gun. Even if my client shot him once, he couldn't do it again.
You did say that, but we have no way of verifying that he did so last night. We can only conclude he had 2 bullets in his gun.
I've known him for years. He wouldn't bring a second bullet. I refuse to believe that.
Then why did our witness hear 2 shots?
I already said he fired 1 shot in the air. That must have been the first shot. Did he hear 2 gunshots?
I think he said...
He heard another sound that he didn't know what it sounded like, I think, is what he said.
Yeah. But if Mrs. Eubank is right, and Anton only carries 1 bullet, that doesn't explain the second bullet.
Then the answer is simple. A second bullet was never fired.
But our witness said they heard 2 shots.
Yeah.
This might be a shot in the dark, but I have to say it. Your witness only confirmed it was a second gunshot after you pressured them. That's why it's not in their official statement. You were leading your own witness.
Damn.
Damn!
They were trying to run for their life, so they weren't giving it their full attention. In fact, my client even said he couldn't confirm what the second sound was.
It's true. All I know was that it was loud and nearby. Then I'll give you a chance to prove it. What was the loud sound our witness must have heard after the first gunshot?
Not the lamp. the plant pot breaking.
Oh, dang, I wasn't even thinking of that. I thought it was just the taser.
Knew it.
The second sound was never a bullet, it was Luna dropping the pot. Which she only dropped because she saw a shadow in the alleyway. And who was leaving the alleyway after the first shot? None other than your witness. That's what your witness heard.
That does make a bit of sense. It's not like she saw a ghost or anything.
Let me see if I understand your timeline of events. First, Harris and Anton walk near the small trash can. Next, Anton pulls his gun and threatens Harris. Our witness hears the first gunshot from Anton firing it upwards. This is just a warning shot, though. Run off, Luna sees their shadow and drops the pot, and Anton gets distracted. In the confusion, Harris tases Anton and runs off.
Yes, that's more or less what I believe happened.
Then there are still more some threads we need to pull. If Harris didn't kill Anton, who did? Anton was shot with his own gun twice. Yet if you're correct, his gun would have been empty after that warning shot. How could he have been killed?
It's not my job to figure that part out, only to get all charges against my client dropped. This isn't Ace Attorney where I have to prove that someone else did it. This morning you claimed that this was a robbery case. Maybe that happened after my client ran off.
Mr. Newbuck, did you take Anton's gun, wallet, or flash drive after you tased him? All I did was take his flash drive. If he was going to blackmail me, I thought his flash drive might be something I could use. Blackmail Cold War.
Detective, I can't accept Mrs. Eubank's theory. Here's why it's flawed.
Oh, we're still going.
Yup. The murder happened after the meeting ended at 7 p.m. Sunday night. That means he must have died right after the meeting ended. We know there was no one else in the alleyway besides our witness, Harris, and Anton. We found no proof of a third party entering the alleyway afterwards. And even if a third party was there, that wouldn't explain why his body was moved to the center of the alleyway.
Just noticed that, like, the little note page gets added to the top right corner. This is a nice touch.
Yeah.
Is there a possibility of the timing being wrong?
My dad and Luna confirmed at the end time. I doubt Harris would disagree.
The empty time seems concrete. Better move on. If you follow my client's story, he left the alleyway. There's plenty of time for someone to come in and kill him.
But we searched the whole alleyway, and we couldn't find any proof of anyone else there.
But you couldn't find proof that my client was there until you brought him here. Isn't that proof of a third party as a possibility?
Someone coming in, killing Mr. Chambers with his own gun, and leaving is too flimsy. Your client was the last to see him alive, so it's the only possibility for now.
The last to see him alive. That can't be right, but if not Harris, who? But this is based on your witness's statement. He was wrong, he could be again.
It is possible, but there is another reason to believe no one else was there.
And what would that proof be? A calling card? Some kind of letter confessing to murder?
I wish it was that easy. Sadly, no such thing was found. You were in the alleyway too. Weren't you trying to find anything pointing to the killer?
I hate to admit it, but I couldn't find anything either. This culprit, how did they cover the tracks so well?
It was a suicide!
Well, I mean, maybe.
No,
Probably
I
not.
was joking.
Okay, okay.
I'll actually be amazed if it was a suicide.
I don't think it was, because he has 2 bullet wounds, so like...
Yeah. I mean, the first one, the abdomen shot wasn't lethal, as they said, but, like, knowing Anton, there's no way he would have shot himself. Like, there's no reason for it.
If you can't think of a reason a third party would move the body, then that should free my client too.
Our witness did want to protect the graffiti. I could see our witness doing that.
Trust me, as annoying as he is, he wouldn't go near a dead body.
Justina must really hate him.
You don't know the half of it.
You don't know the quarter of it. Let's be real.
Okay, looks like we've got another thing. Don't know if I'll be able to logic train my way out of this one. So the supposed ghost was Fry.
I think that's what we're assuming, yeah.
Yeah, at this rate, it has to be a third party. Why would they leave the body in the alleyway? Like, the dumpster was right there.
That's a good question, because Trash Day was
that day. I mean, granted, like, they couldn't. I don't know if they would have known about about when the trash was collected, but like, they either assume, at the very least, it throws off. It like puts some time between the death happening and the body being discovered.
yeah.
Actually, that could be something.
That's... yeah.
I don't know what, but that is a possibility. I just don't know what for.
I guess to... The only thing I
don't
can
think
think of is...
they couldn't have known that, like, it would lead to all the confusion with Fry, though. Like, there's no way.
That's all I can think of, though. Because, like, why else would you move the body away from the graffiti? That just kind of...
like, could they have really predicted it in the stage? Like, that's something I feel like a theory like that is the sort of thing you'd come up with when writing a case like this and feeling like you've written yourself into a corner.
Okay, I'm glad that's not it. He must have died
right after the meeting ended. Actually, that could be something too, because we don't know. We have no visual. We have no visual on any other third parties, any other people being there so far. So, I mean, maybe the autopsy report would be could be something to like prove that the possibility exists that he lived for much longer. Because like once he's down with the taser, I don't know how long it takes to recover from a taser shot, but presumably it would take a while.
Yeah. Okay. All right.
According to the autopsy report, he could have died as late as 9 p.m. I understand that these reports choose times that contain a certain amount of speculation. But even with a margin of error, he could have died much later.
Detective, is she right?
Our coroner, Rebecca Lamorte, is an expert in this field. She wouldn't throw out that time frame lightly.
We are finally near the answer. After everything we learned today...
Taser shot can vary, but most people typically feel the effects wear off within minutes.
Ah, okay.
If Harris is innocent, there can only be one solution. After getting tased, here's what happened to Anton. The truth is...
Okay. Okay. Alright. Alright. Alright, let's do the funny options.
Yeah.
Well, first let's figure out what the actual answer is.
I don't think the culprit was waiting outside the alleyway, because Fry was right there.
Yeah. Fry would have run into that person. Hiding in the dumpster bin, it's possible, I
think
guess.
It's that.
Okay.
It's either that or the Anton left the alleyway and was killed somewhere else.
As tragic as it seems, he was the only person in the alleyway at the time. He must have pulled the trigger himself.
But there were 2 shots, not 1. Why would he shoot himself once before firing the second one in his heart?
That's a good point. If he shot himself, he would only do it once.
Okay, not as funny as I thought it would be.
Aww.
If my client wasn't the culprit and no one else was in the hallway,
The hallway?
the alleyway, there's only one answer. Anton must have gotten up after being tased and left. It's the only solution that makes sense.
Then he didn't die in the alleyway.
Okay, I think this one might actually be correct.
Yeah, you want to go... Well, we can just use the back button, too.
Yeah, I guess.
They must have been hiding in the alleyway, perhaps in the dumpster bin.
That dumpster bin is pretty heavy to open from the inside. If someone put a heavy box on top, they would be locked inside.
Justy, why do you sound like you speak from experience?
Listen, when you play hide and seek with Luna as a kid, you play to win. Sometimes things don't go as planned.
I guess Fi isn't the only child who took hide and seek too seriously. I'll think of a different answer. Cora must have waited until my client left before entering the alleyway.
We were both in that alleyway and couldn't find anything to prove that. If someone was waiting for him, how could they know he was leaving by the side door?
You're right, we need an answer that can be backed up. Your whole case was premised on the idea that Anton died in the alleyway immediately after the meeting. But I'll claim that premise is faulty given what we now know.
Your theory throws out everything we know about his death. How did his body get in the alleyway?
The true culprit knew about what happened in the alleyway. If they killed Anton, then moved his body into the alleyway, the police would naturally think he died there. It was a setup so my client would take the fall.
Then what about the wallet and the gun? Why move those?
The wallet must have been to make it seem like my client was trying to set up a robbery. But they needed to leave the gun. The gun and bullets would allow anyone to be the killer. That's why both were found at the park.
Then where did he die? Dying within 2 hours after the meeting means he could have been killed literally anywhere.
I can't say for certain, but I do know where to start. There's one piece of evidence that can tell us where he might have gone. Here's our best bet to find out where Anton went.
Where Anton went,
The ticket. Eubank Investments.
yeah.
The parking ticket.
Inside Anton's wallet, there's a parking ticket for Eubank Investments. There isn't a time, but it is dated for yesterday, so we know for a fact he was there. It also means that his car was parked there at some point. Eubank Investments would be willing to cooperate with the police on this matter, but you will have to let my client go.
Detective, what do you want to do?
Mrs. Eubank, we will gladly take your offer. Does that mean...
No, you're still going back to prison, buddy.
Yeah.
Sorry to say, but you're an escaped convict, so...
Also, like, you are no longer the prime suspect in this case.
Were you going to say something else?
Well, wasn't he... Apparently he... Okay, yeah, so I remember he was charged with, like, being, like supposedly murdering someone despite not actually doing the deed himself. I don't know if he actually, like, I wonder if he was actually, like, packing heat that day. I think he said he wasn't, but... That said, you did have an unregistered taser on you. You'll be charged with a misdemeanor and likely pay a fine. But I think we can all agree that's much better than murder. But what about who I really am?
Were you going to say something else, or...
Well, I was
is this
about to
what you
say,
were-
like, yeah, what about the fact that he's a freaking escaped convict? I'm sorry, Harris, but...
Detective, if I may, you told me in the alleyway that you wanted to help people. None of us truly knows if Ben deserved the sentence, but he is trying to rebuild his life. Maybe it's not the proper way. Maybe he could have waited until his sentence was finished. But how will putting him away behind bars help anyone? There's no excusing what he did, but there must be a way to help him.
I'm sorry, Ferris. I do want to help. This is so interesting. Like,
Yeah.
we don't really get to see, like... We rarely... I feel like in Ace Attorney, there isn't really, like, much... and granted, like, you know, it's kind of what you'd expect in, you know, a mystery game, just not really having the chance for, actual criminals to, like, redeem themselves. But it seems like they might be going in this direction. Like, this is basically if Frank saw it, like, actually tried to turn himself around.
Yeah.
But I can't help him. Not like this.
Can you change the punishment? Like, make him do community service?
Community service isn't a replacement for what he did. Legally, the moment you escape prison, you are committing a crime. Those are 5 years of criminal activity that can't be ignored. Detective, the look in your eye tells me you don't want to. The detective inside me wants to follow the law. But my heart still feels guilty, like I'm tossing away your life. You may never have a life outside of prison again. I wish I didn't have to do this. Let me save you trouble. Just turn myself in.
Harris, I'm sorry.
Detective, in exchange for turning myself in, can I have one last favor before I do so? Could you give Harris Newbuck a few hours to settle my affairs? I'll stay in the station. Just want to make a few calls before I do. After that, then Gore will turn himself in. That's a fair exchange. I'll grant you a few hours, but that's the best I can do. So please, make the most of that time. And with that, I believe we can bring this interrogation to a close. Ferris, thank you. Did better than anyone else I know. I know I'm a lousy defendant. I don't blame you if you want to walk away now.
Anton was a dear friend of mine. Even if you didn't kill him, you still tased him. That said, you didn't kill him. You shouldn't take the blame for the true culprit. I just wish I could have helped you more.
I don't have the money to pay you, but I promise to owe you someday. It might take a while since I have to go back to jail. I mean, she could probably still, like, maybe defend him if there's, like, a chance for a retrial. I don't know.
How about we call it pro bono for now? If you want to pay me, how about a haircut on the house? I can wait until you get out of prison.
You and your whole family can come. There'll be free haircuts all around. But, real quick, what made you take up my case?
Truth is, the detective wrote your statements down in the case file. The exact words, I ain't got the heart for killing even when I'm angry. Anyone could have said they didn't do it, but your words felt more earnest. Hunt. I just couldn't turn my back on you after reading that.
Well, I'll be. Such a large faith. Such a small molehill.
A small molehill that turned out to be a mountain. I'll reach out to some attorneys I know. One named Phoenix Wright. I'll find someone better suited to help you and get your sentence overturned.
But why? We only met today.
I promise to take on your case, and that won't end until I find a suitable replacement. After all, the sooner you get out, the sooner I get my hair cut.
I'm sorry, Detective. I was too reckless.
I was so sure he did it.
Now we don't know who killed Anton.
You're right, but we can worry about that tomorrow. We didn't catch the killer, but we have a new lead. If he didn't remain level-headed by the end, we might not have gotten that. Just wish Ben could have gotten his dream.
And if Ben didn't turn himself in, would you have done it?
With a heavy heart, I would. Charging Annie for what she did was challenging enough. At least she can rebuild her life. But since he didn't commit murder, there's still a chance in the future. For now, we better find the one who tried to pin the crime on him. Nice work, you two. Sue got me caught up. Even told me you gave Ferris a bit of a pep talk in the alleyway. When I lost faith in myself, I had friends who told me that I have to trust myself. You looked like someone who needed that advice as well. Whoever that devilishly handsome person was, he was right to trust you. And Justina, I was also told of you losing your cool. Detective Swift didn't calm me down. Pursuing a witness hard could lead to being fired. I know it's easy to get caught up in the moment, but taking a step back is important.
Yes, sir. I'll do better next time. But anyway, we still don't know who the killer is. We barely know more than we did at the start of today.
I think it's best to sleep on it tonight. You don't want to overwork a single case. He's right. It's getting late, so we can start investigating tomorrow.
Fair enough. It's been a long day. I had to stay in the office a couple of hours to catch up on my work. I didn't finish, but at least I did enough to keep my job. And the next day, that was certainly a day I won't forget. We finished case 4 in all of today.
I'm not gonna lie, I thought there was gonna be a third part to this, but
Same.
I think it does at least like make some sense. And yeah, like I'm surprised we managed to blitz this entire case.
Yeah. That was a mammoth session.
Yeah.
Counting everything we
It
did.
helps that we were able to break it up like that, you know?
Yeah.
Anyway, like, man, I gotta say, like, that was really good. Like, I know, like, again, we've been riding highs on this, but like the sudden switch was really interesting. Like, this is
Yes.
I don't even know what to say. Like, this really, like, I mean, the best way to describe it is, well, a case of a certain breed that I don't think the Ace Attorney series would ever provide.
That's a bold claim.
What I mean, I'm not saying that it's like necessarily like I'm not saying that like quality-wise it's better. What I mean is, like, can you imagine the Ace Attorney series doing what this case did, with having a defense attorney defend a criminal who did commit a crime, but ultimately was proven innocent of like what they were accused of?
Absolutely not. I don't think so, no. You are correct.
Exactly.
I don't think.
That's what I mean.
Yeah. I really liked this case. I think just the one nitpick is just that one contradiction. The one contradiction with the body in the alleyway. That's the one thing that
that
makes me...
was a tough one, and also rather confusing. I feel like it's... I feel like there could have been a better way of doing that. Like, maybe if the graffiti was, like, noticeably further away, but I understand that there's, like, a limited... It's, you know, a limited perspective thing.
But I think that one thing does, unfortunately put Case 3 above this one, but I do really love what this case did.
Yeah, case 3. I think if you're looking, I think if you're going to look at these cases based off of how much the mysteries make sense, and like who knows, maybe there's something I'm forgetting, but case 3 is probably above this one in terms of keeping itself consistent in terms of how the logic works.
Yeah.
And like, you know, keeping all the everything straight. But I think writing wise, this one's got the edge.
I slightly disagree. Mainly because I loved everything having to do with Annie.
Yeah, that's fair. And granted, this case does end up being it does like build off of that. But yeah, dang it, dang it, why is this game so good? Now I'm gonna have to make a video on this case too.
Bro is mad he's playing good games.
Yeah. At least yeah, like I don't know when this video is gonna hit YouTube, but by then it's possible I'll have started thinking about what to do next, especially since I want to like try and like vary things up a little. I don't want to just make videos on a single game. Like my idea would, I mean, I can discuss this with you when we're off the record, so to speak.
Yeah.
But yeah, I gotta say, like, I also like how this case, I mean, I don't know how intentional this was, but it sort of feels like this case took a bit of a page from the end of Great Ace Attorney 2, with how the final case is technically a double header in terms of it being treated as two different episodes. And to be honest, this whole game is kind of played with structure. The first 3 cases were basically about trying to figure out various parts, getting to the bottom of this corruption scandal, and
embezzling
also
funds.
Yeah, about the embezzlement of funds. And now we're dealing with the murder of the person who perpetrated that.
It's very interesting how Anton became a victim. I was like, did Anton die? And then the immediate next line was, Anton's dead. I was quite shocked by that.
Yeah, and what's really interesting is, like, we don't really meet Anton. We don't spend that much time with Anton. Like, I think he only gets one scene in case 3. And yet, you learn everything. You learn basically everything you need to know about him as a character from that one scene. And then you have all the stuff like him having a divorce and just being a ruthless businessman, all post-mortem. It's a great, like, victims can be hard characters to write, and I think they've nailed it with him, and it probably helps that he's technically the only victim, at least the only one who's dead, which means that, you know, we can't like hear anything from him after the fact. But honestly, like, I'm digging it.
Yeah, same. That switch up with Ferris, though, that was hype.
Yeah. And so case 5, interestingly, is the one with the safe and with yellow flowers in it. Probably a reference to Ferris, I imagine.
Yeah.
So who knows? Maybe that'll be a case. I also know case 5 is called
Titled?
Forging a New Path. And Justina, I believe in this case even, mentioned how she's been trying to forge her own path. So I think that I don't know exactly how, but I feel like we're going to see a bit more development on her side, especially after the fact that she did, dare I say it, she crashed out a bit during this case, especially later on.
This is the crash out of 25.
Also, hats off to Sophie for, like, managing to keep her cool and just stand by the law and managing to keep a serious face. Like, it's a very, like, I feel like you'd be forgiven for thinking she isn't that good of a detective, but I think case 3 and pretty much all of her random facts indicate that, like, she's a lot smarter than she appears.
Yeah.
Like, she clearly understands how to do her job, clearly.
She just doesn't have as much self-confidence, but we've seen over the course of the game that she's gained a lot of self-confidence, and she's become a really strong character. So,
Yeah. Honestly, she might be my favorite of the cast.
I think Ferris might be my favorite of the cast now, but I probably would have agreed with you before this case.
Yeah, Ferris might have been the MVP. Ferris honestly might have been the MVP of this case.
She pulled a Phoenix Wright and decided to bluff to the end.
Yep, and it worked.
Really cool to see the rival character having a slightly different arc than, standard rival characters in the Ace Attorney games.
Yeah. But could you repeat that?
What I said was, it's interesting to see Ferris have a more differing and unique arc compared to the arcs that the rival characters and Ace Attorney usually get.
I guess the idea is that, like, she kind of had to question her own... Yeah, she does question her own ideals, but ultimately sticks to them, not solely out of just blind faith, but because she detected something was off.
Yeah, it's not like a full Miles Edgeworth 180, I'm rethinking all of my ideals. It's more like she rethought about half of it, where she's like, okay, maybe believing isn't everything. Maybe I should try looking at the evidence and seeing if there's anything wrong logically instead of emotionally. So...
Yeah, and this time, and it's worth noting, I believe, was this the first time that she was defending someone who had no ties to her family?
Yes. Yes, he was.
Because I think because obviously Bill had to do business with the Eubanks. And
Oliver was their chef.
Oliver was the chef.
Annie...
Forget about Annie. Annie was the landlord, and so they had to probably do something.
Yeah, they talked. I also think it's interesting that, I think this was completely intentional, but Justina and Ferris have had... Basically, they've swapped places, because Justina was the one getting very emotional in the interrogation room, while Ferris was the one thinking more logically. They've basically swapped positions, at least during that interrogation.
And it makes sense, because, like, in Justina's mind, if she can't pin down Harris, then that means her father did it.
Yeah.
And that does make me wonder, are they going to make Ash the killer?
That would be,
That'd be heavy.
That would be really heavy, and I hope that he's not, but we're kind of running out of time to introduce a new antagonist, or a new character to be the antagonist.
But I guess we'll see. I mean, so far, all of the culprits have been introduced in the same episode they debut in. I mean, Hannah, to be honest, was... It's also interesting, because, like, actually, to be honest, like, even the way the game handles culprits is interesting, because Hannah was proven guilty of the robbery attempt, of the robbery. But then she wasn't the one who attacked Chandra.
Mm-hmm.
Oliver was the first actual culprit. Then, in terms of, like, the more of the murders that, like, we're really investigating for.
Yes, it honestly feels like they're trying to make the culprits more sympathetic compared to normal Ace Attorney games, where some of the culprits are completely unabashedly evil. Where it seems like this game wants to make a point to say that the people who are committing these crimes, like, they're not completely awful people. I think that's what is trying to be said.
I feel like there's a lot more moral grayness in this game, on average, than Ace Attorney.
Which is quite fascinating.
At least among the culprits.
Yeah. But, yeah. We're gonna get to Case 5 next time. Forging a new path. A prosecutor's path.
Hopefully we'll be... Well, I mean... once we do forge a new path in Case 5, and once we finish it,
we'll get back to
get back on investigations too.
Very excited for that. So excited for that. I'm so excited for you to see the final case. The final case is amazing.
Yeah. Well, if you have nothing else to say, then I guess we'll sign off. I mean, I'm still down to chat if you like.
I'm quite tired, I'll be honest.
All right. Well, I guess
we
I'll
could
leave you to
still
next time.
yeah, we could still discuss in like text chat, but like voice chat I'm
Yeah,
tired.
that's fine by me.
Yeah. All right, well, we will see you guys next time for Case 5, Forging a New Path. Very excited to see how this game wraps things up. I'm very confident that it will be a very good final case.
We can only hope.
Hope!